them as ever and cute as could be. You can watch us on YouTube with room for French. Aye. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Owen and Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM, WQAM. Hello, Leroy.
What's happening?
How are you today?
I'm good. Some surprising football yesterday. Some good football games. Crazy football games.
A lot of special teams yesterday.
A lot of special teams, and it got kicked off on Saturday night.
Oh, man. What a time. Vlad, good morning. How are you today on this beautiful Monday? For now,
buddy, I'm very good.
Till the tropical storm hits whenever, that 3 p.m. tropical storm hits.
It hasn't been hitting every day.
No, I know. We had a window on Saturday, dude. It was like a window on Saturday. I was like, oh, this is nice weather because it's usually right there in the late afternoon that it kind of ruins all plans. And I was like, oh, man, this is great. Went to the beach, had a great time. Then I sat down, watched the little Canes on Saturday night. And, man, it got a little dicey. There was like a 4-minute window where it was dicey, but they throttled them physically for most part that game. Not a pristine Carson Beck game, but this team's got other pitches now. They will maul your ass, and that is basically what happened. They ran that team over.
We need to get over what we think a good football game is. Okay. You know who's experiencing this right now? Jalen Hurts. Your quarterback doesn't have to throw for 300 every game. And he did look a little shaky early on. But here's what I would say. This was what I like to call a Mario Cristobal game.
Oof.
Because they ran the ball early and didn't look that good, but you could tell it was coming. And then 2-yard gains became 8-yard gains. And then they dominated the line of scrimmage in the second half and into the fourth quarter to where it didn't even look close, right? And sometimes you got to win rock fights. Sometimes you got to win rock fights.
Especially in sloppy weather. I mean, it wasn't the greatest weather in the world.
Vlad, I get upset when, you can only win the game that's played. And a lot of times people get caught up in the points or how the game look. Some football games are ugly, and you got to win. If you win them, that means that you're a good football team. I don't care how bad it looks.
I always say, I'll take an ugly win than a pretty loss.
Right. Exactly.
I'll take
exactly.
An ugly win over one of those what you call those losses, those they try to say those good
moral
losses,
victories.
Those moral victories. I'll take a good win over a moral victory.
Right. And so from that standpoint, you saw what them big boys did up front in the third and fourth quarter after they wore them down. I mean, pushing the running backs, the pile moving 7, 8, 9 yards.
That 5 bulldozers up there.
Right.
It's crazy.
Exactly. But
I mean, listen, it was like, look, let's not pretend though it wasn't squeaky cheeks there for a second, because no matter what, it is a rivalry game, and when you are up only 6 and then you come back and your quarterback throws a pick the first play, you're like, oh, you're gonna need something there. But I think the good thing is, like last year you lose that game, and that's even if you maybe like you would say, oh, Cam Ward, that would never happen. Say it did. If you were in a position where you need the defense to come up with clutch stops because the game was getting a little bit hairy, no shot it happens last year.
Right.
And this team, huge tackling, short of the sticks. They kept, I mean, that team was 0 for 13 on third down. Like they kept having to go.
That in itself is just crazy. Sometimes you accidentally get a first down.
Right.
Calling a good play.
But they let me tell you something about this Heatherman. He dials it up. He knows how to do it.
Yeah, but
you see that chin? You see that chin, Leroy? That beard? Oh, what a guy. What a coach. That's so much better than Lance Guidry.
One of the things that, he's got better players too.
Not all of them, though. A lot. I mean, like if you're talking about like this season, This season from Ruben Bane is like,
well, yeah, he was hurt last year. They
I
got
know.
better players. They got better players for whatever reason.
he's a better coach.
Now, I'm not taking anything away from the job that he's doing.
Kind of feels like
Okay. But the difference between this season and last season, or the way these games have been played, is now when you get into that third and fourth quarter and you're controlling the football offensively, you know your defense is going to make a play. When you thought last year, if the game was close, our defense can't stop anybody, right?
They
so
couldn't.
That is probably the biggest difference, that when the game is close or the game is within a score, going into the third and fourth quarter, that defense almost ramps it up a little bit. Ruben Bane is all over the field. They're making big stops.
Him and Mesidor,
they're getting turnovers. Huh?
I mean, like I said, him and Mesidor are two sharks, like just coming after. And I mean, poor Lagway had no shot there. And that when they smelt blood to go finish that thing, it was roasty toasty, dude. It was over.
But that game, like, you looking at the score and say, oh, they were within a touch. No, they weren't. Now, it's your past feelings of how the Canes have responded in recent years in those situations. But, like, you're just making an assumption that Florida could go down and score. Like, at no point that I think, yeah, they got a touchdown, right? Great. They got a touchdown. But watching that offense and watching the way the defense was playing against them, I never thought that they would score more than 10 points. Like, it looked bad. That offense looked bad, or the defense looked really good, but they dominated them up front. So that game kind of went. Keep in mind, Florida does not get really blown out. As bad as they have been in some of these clutch moments, the games have always been relatively close.
Yeah, even the game with 5 interceptions.
Right. So to think that the Canes were going to blow them out, they have enough talent to keep it close. They don't have enough talent to finish the job.
No, I understand, but like there was still a 4-minute window. Like, I don't care what you say, and I'm agreeing with everything you're saying, but also every Canes fan is squeaky cheeks as soon as Beck, because it's coming off of their first touchdown drive. Football can flip on momentum. Like I'm
familiar.
Yeah, so like there was a window, but like there was a point once you got to the situation of, you know, you just needed a field goal to basically ice it away, and they're just like, nah, dude, we're going full steamroll ahead. And that was impressive. And Marty Brown, that catch, yeah, that was very impressive too, because even Beck had the squeaky cheeks on that throw, and his running back bailed him out.
You know who else had squeaky cheeks? Whoever took the 7.5.
Oh, dude. You're not kidding. You're not kidding. But this was Ruben Bane on Instagram afterwards. He just puts a picture of Heatherman, who I don't think I've ever seen him smile. I've never seen him smile. I've never seen joy of this man.
What's crazy is that most DCs and offensive coordinators and offensive line coaches, they're big. He's a little guy.
He just is like,
yeah, I wouldn't step to him though.
No, that's what I'm saying. He got that look. He got that look of crazy.
He's got an angry beard.
He looks like he looks like he's Sam Bennett's cousin. Like he's just he's just got this look about him. But I find the dichotomy of the coordinators so different, because I look at Dawson, and he always just looks relaxed. He's got, like, you know, he's just dialing up fun plays, and he's like, oh yeah, you know, like, let's just maul here. But not Heatherman. Heatherman is just sitting there stone-faced the entire time. You know?
I promise you this. This is how it goes. The offensive coordinators are usually the most laid back, because they don't want anybody to get too worked up, because you got to make adjustments and stuff like that. The defensive coordinator is intense, because defense plays with enthusiasm, with energy, and that usually shows through the defensive coordinator. The other position is offensive line coach. I only met one offensive line coach that was calm my entire life, and that is he's now the head coach at Iowa.
Ferentz? Ferentz?
Ferentz, yeah, Kirk. Very calm, mellow, talk to you or whatever. Every other offensive line coach was a little bit crazy, right? So there's just certain, like you very rarely see an intense defensive back coach, right? Like it's just certain positions. Linebacker coach, intense. So it's that energy that they have to play with that's reflected, through their coach.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity. Prices falling so fast, we're checking for a crater. Volkswagen price like they've lost their mind. Doral VW, buckle up. No one sells for less. No one. The Canes climbed number 2 in the AP poll after their 26-7 win over the Gators. They got this week off, and that'll, of course, set up for a big-time game against Florida State on the road. Canes venturing out for the first time this season. College game day was a scene. It was an awesome Matthew Tkachuk. He was out there. He was having a great time. He's got him and Saban cursing on air. You got McAfee doing the high dive. The entire campus just looked completely like a party, and everybody was saying that. Did you end up going?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No.
I thought you said you were
To the
thinking
game
about
or
going.
game day?
Game.
No, I know you didn't go to game day. I thought you were thinking about going to the game.
I was thinking about going to the game, and then it started raining,
I got in somehow.
and I was like,
How was the vibes, Vlad?
Vibes was good. Gator fans, I give them credit. They showed up, but they knew they weren't going to win, though. But they just wanted to show up for the game.
Walked out with their sad jorts.
A lot of sad jorts. Yeah, a lot of sad jorts, to be quite honest. That was a very accurate description.
We know what the uniform is.
The weather was kind of shaky.
Yep.
Because like an hour right before the game, it started to come down to that kind of
and then did you start thinking, oh no, not another delay?
Yes, because what happened was there was a delay in the Clemson-Syracuse game. Clemson stinks, by the way. Good God,
they are bad.
Nothing makes me happier than this guy, this Dabo Swinney. I love the fact that he stinks so bad right now.
Our text chain was hilarious because Robbie, very, very Robbie just he goes, God wants more NIL money. and I said, and so then I replied, God's in the portal. It might end up at Bama.
We really did. It's probably different than what you're thinking, though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness.
You might want a few more Hail Marys, dude.
God's in the transfer portal, dude.
Not enough our fathers. But yeah, it was a great atmosphere, and you could tell like a majority of these Canes fans are having a great feeling about this season.
It feels, Nick Saban saying before the game, he's like, this is the most complete team I've seen all year. And that's what it feels like. It feels like they just there's not really, even the kicker who we were like, huh? This guy's booting 50 yarders like it ain't no thing. I was like, why did they show us those FAU stats? Very much like,
it got us
in my head.
Got off to a bad start on the season got a boot when they flashed the stats out. Well, you got to figure he went from there to Miami, that he got to have some kind of talent.
You would think so, yeah.
Right, but I was, I heard that, and I'm familiar with Nick Saban's work, right? And there's a handful of coaches that believe I'm gonna dominate on the offense and defensive line and fill everything else in. And when he watches the Canes play and he looks at the offense and defensive line, that's probably where he comes when he says complete game, because you can talk about a weakness in the secondary, but you ain't gonna have time to expose that weakness, right? They
revamped it completely. I think
correct.
Was back,
right? Either. And do you want to tackle any of these running backs?
No.
Right.
A bunch of Clydesdales back there.
Right. So like the basic, when you think of the basic fundamentals of football, the Canes are very strong. Right. Now, all the other stuff with the weapons and stuff, if you want to win a championship, those things are a bonus. But where you're going to win a majority of your games, they are very good in those areas. Teams can't run. You don't have time to throw the ball. You run the ball well on the offensive line. You have talent outside. Beck didn't have his best game, but you're going to have games where maybe your quarterback is not as accurate as he's been.
Right.
But you always have something to fall back on. And so it's one of those weeks where, hey, we're not going to throw for 300, but we might have to run for 200.
Right. And they got that option. And we don't even have Lyle back yet. Like he's, I guess he's on the mend. He's almost there, but they haven't even unleashed another one of their running backs because he got banged up the first game.
By the way, this is weird. The Kings went up 2 spots by beating a 1-2 Florida team.
I think everybody's looking at it, man.
That college, that atmosphere, that whole Saturday was if that was a big recruiting tool Saturday, because
yeah,
it had to be, because it must have impressed the voters, because you beat a 1-2 Florida, you went up to number 2, while teams that blew out teams like Florida State went down 1 and they won by 55.
Kent State.
Listen, I've seen teams that won 66-10 and moved up 2 rankings.
True.
So that was an impressive Saturday.
Yes,
for the Kings.
But the most impressive thing is when you look at the Canes can move up again. They can move up to number 1.
Right. If Ohio State,
because Ohio State plays Oregon. Is it? No,
Penn State.
Oregon plays Penn State plays Oregon. Okay.
So Penn State can move up. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like it's weird how they vote.
If you look at it, Miami has played 2 top 15 teams, 2 ranked teams. They were ranked, right?
And they're probably going to take on another one in a couple of weeks. I mean,
right.
Gators are at Virginia on a Friday. That's always a weird ACC Friday game.
No,
the Noles. I'm sorry. The Noles are going to, they're taking on Virginia on a Friday. Like, it's always weird, but they should win. They should win, and that should set up for a monster coming up in a week. This was great. This was my favorite. Ruben Bane afterwards on Instagram posts the Canes celebration in the locker room. And I've seen this at the tailgate, but I don't think I've ever seen in the locker room somebody have barbecue gator in the locker room.
Oh, that looks disgusting.
He was eating it while I saw his tweet out. He was eating it while DBJ was interviewing him afterwards. What is that? Oranges in the mouth? What do they got there?
I can't even see. Where is the
3 oranges?
Oranges, yeah.
My God.
That's a little gator.
Well,
Why, Leroy? Why are you always worrying about the size of the?
Because because I couldn't figure out where the mouth was, and so I was like, look, it looked like a snake.
You want to know why?
When I saw the mouth, I'm like, oh, okay.
You want to know why big gators are big gators, Leroy? Because they're elusive from hunters. They're too big.
Yeah,
they've been around for a while.
So,
but
he
also
around, it was a hell of a weekend.
Absolutely. I
told you that. Troy Landry
goes. Ruben Bane puts the gator up. He goes, part 2, just because I swear I hate y'all. And then in the corner just goes, F them.
Is the gator giving a middle finger to the?
What a win by the Canes. Congrats to them. We'll take a break. We'll get into some of the NFL action this week as well. It was nice to have a weekend off from the Dolphins, to be honest with you. Got to just kick back and watch some football, some wild games, and lots to get into here on a Monday. We'll get into all of it. Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. We had Canes winning 26-7 this weekend. They climbed to number 2 in the AP Poll. By the way, the Marlins have won 6 straight.
They're not out of it.
They're not out of it. They're not. Now, I think they're 4 back with 6 to go.
But here's the thing.
But
If they somehow could beat the Phillies, they play the Mets at home this weekend.
Yep.
And the Mets are ahead of them in the wild card standing.
They're in the last
So
spot.
there's an opportunity to beat a team ahead of you, and that's one game. So it's not half a game. It's crazy, right?
This is absolutely crazy. So if you're looking for something to watch this weekend with the Dolphins already in the books and the Canes off, tune into the Fish. We'll see if they can do a little something here in this final week of
every time
baseball.
we give them a little looky-loo.
A little I know it does feel like that every time we kind of gander. They're just like, let us just do our thing alone. But they swept the Rangers this week. They basically put the dagger in the Rangers this weekend. They swept Colorado. I mean, Colorado's awful, but the Rangers are not. The Rangers are a decent team, and they got the NL East champs in tonight. And then the Mets are kind of holding on for grim death in the wild card spot.
Man, if they don't make the playoffs, that would be the biggest choke job.
Oh yeah.
Weren't
Yeah.
they leading the division like for half the year almost?
Right, and then the Phillies just boat raced them.
Boat raced them.
They were holding on at least to one of the 3 wild card spots, and now.
Oh, dude! If we're able to do this the year they give Juan Soto $700 million, Peter Bennett
should have stayed in the Bronx, buddy.
Oh man! All right, I see your team, Betty. There. Oh man! So yeah, Yuri Perez had 4 shutout innings. He struck out 9 in 4 innings, and then Otto Lopez went 3 out of 4 with an RBI. Agustin Ramirez had an RBI double yesterday. So 3 on the road against the Phillies, and then they wrap up at home with 3 against the Mets. So should be a good one. I saw, by the way, all the Panthers, not just Matthew Tkachuk, but all the Panthers. A lot of the Panthers went to the Canes game this week. All the Finns except for Barkey. I guess he's not a college football fan, more of a hoops fan.
So no wonder they lost that doubleheader to Nashville.
Well, they're not playing anybody. they basically Bill Zito came out and he goes, we're gonna take it easy on our boys here in preseason. So we got a lot of the young guys are playing this game. Like Bob, it was Bob's birthday. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Bob didn't even go. He didn't even.
Nah, they send Tarasov there. They're like, other goalie, you go. But happy birthday, by the way. Bob turns 37 this weekend. He did some charity work. He went to a children's hospital. Good dude. What a gem.
On his birthday, he's doing charitable work.
What a gem. He goes, you know what made me feel good? Charity. Great dude. Love Sergei Bobrovsky. We also got some news.
This is the first year in a long time we didn't get to talk to him.
I know. Well, I'm going to work on it. I'm working on it. I will get this focused. Tyler Herro, by the way, we did get an update on him. The successful surgery.
Nice.
Hey, you know what?
What?
Enough with that.
What?
And besides Alex Smith, who had a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yep.
Right? He had to have like a bunch of surgeries with his leg. Everybody says that the day after surgery. Have you ever heard somebody, an athlete, they go, didn't go as we planned.
Theismann, maybe?
They had day of surgery.
No, but Theismann, Alex Smith.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain surgeries when it's like that nasty and grim.
Right. But I'm saying, even if a player has a setback in their surgery, you never hear it right after the surgery, right? You always hear it like a month later. We got to go back in and do another little procedure.
Oh, that would be terrible. Well, the Heat, they put out a statement that says, your Miami Heat announced that Tyler Herro underwent successful surgery today to alleviate posterior impingement syndrome in his left ankle. The 90-minute procedure was performed by Dr. Thomas Sangiovanni and assisted by team physicians Harlan Selznick and Franz Lerabors.
Oh man, he got the all-star team
of the squad on that foot. He goes, boys, this is a $50 million foot. Get it right. Herro is expected to miss around 8 weeks. So not as maybe ominous as it was. It's still like 12 to 14 games if he is on that table. But I will say,
wait, 12 weeks would be 3 months, right?
Yeah, it would be 3 months. So this is about a month. This is all of training camp, about the first month of the season.
So you,
but that's not being in shape and playing basketball. So.
Right, that is true. But if it were to stick to that, and I know that this is probably going to go longer because, like, yeah, he's got to get into shape and all that. Christmas. That's strong, dude.
You think in January?
They said he should be back in 8 weeks. That would put us in mid-November.
But if you go in 12 weeks,
it's not 12 weeks. 8.
So it's 8.
Yeah,
it's
8 weeks.
So keep in mind when they say 8 weeks,
around 8
weeks, they're including some of the time that we're talking about after the fact, right?
Like
so they're including some of that recovery time and stuff like that. What you need to figure out is how long will he either be on the boot or the stroller before he can start like doing walking or stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think that's part of the 8 weeks though.
Yes, I think so too. I think that's
so what he could probably be back. I'd say worst case scenario, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's about what it. That's about what they would put. Which look, the Heat have a tough start to the schedule because they have the West Coast trip, a lot of Cavs and Knicks. So like they got,
dude, we're done with you like by November.
Yep. Yeah. The start of the Heat schedule is real strong. We're gonna know a lot about this.
What are teams gonna do when they can't pick on Tyler Herro?
I don't know. But I also don't know who's gonna shoot the ball besides Norman Powell. So there's that I'm worried about.
You got Nico.
Got Powell.
They'll pick on Nico.
You think they'll pick on Nico?
Nico was doing some work defensively in Euros. Because let me tell you who wasn't doing work.
That's Euros.
Joker.
Stop. That was Euros.
I mean, like Franz Wagner is a division rival.
You name one player.
Schroeder.
All right, Schroeder's a guy.
I mean, that guy is EuroLeague Hall of Famer.
No, he's a guy. He's like, he's like this. He's like the Bob Cousy of German basketball.
But then he comes over here and he averaged 8 a game.
He is what he is.
Right.
This is this was Herro put out a photo. So there's his foot all
that's a long leg, damn.
Yeah, with that long lens. So and then he put out, I don't know what this statement was that he put out.
So yeah, he probably in a cast for 6 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, anytime you have to immobilize it like that, you're talking about 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, maybe longer, maybe it's 8 weeks. I don't know.
And so then how much do you think afterwards that would be like getting?
Well, because if it's in the cast, keep in mind, if it's in the cast for 4 to 6 weeks, that's usually the going thing, unless this is longer. Right? Now, your first week or two coming back, all you're doing is working on mobility, flexibility, because it hasn't moved, and you're working on the atrophy in the rest of your leg.
Got that
and
leg
your
atrophy.
calf and stuff like that. So before you do any of the basketball stuff, you got to get your strength.
He also put out this statement on Twitter or on Instagram, excuse me, that I was like, it felt strong. Now he may be coming off of a surgery high. I don't know. But he put out this thing on Instagram, giving the finger to the camera and then being like, I'm going to tear the league back down when I return. And I'm like, that doesn't seem like an 8-week message. I feel like that's
him giving the finger.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, he might be high as a kite.
Check this out.
He's like, that morphine still setting in, man.
Hey, Tobin.
Yep.
Tobin.
Yep.
Like him saying that has nothing to do with his recovery time. Right? Like the recovery time is the recovery time.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever he gets back, then we'll apply those words. But
maybe.
And again,
I feel like
when
that's
you see a guy, think about this. When Jalen Phillips had his ACL or whatever he had, right? He was walking in a week, right?
Yep.
Not doing it, but walking, right? So that atrophy is not going to be, if he's in this cast for 4 to 6 weeks, usually when you have foot surgery, or even when I had my thumb, when they I had that in for 6 weeks, right? So there's certain injuries, depending on what they did, they might have had to put a screw in there, right? They might have, but if you immobilize it by putting a cast, that adds a different level of rehab because now you got to get your leg back to the strength where you
Sure.
can then go out and perform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and look, let's be honest about the Heat. They're kind of vague on these injuries. When they say around 8 weeks, gives you leeway.
It could be a year.
Justice
But
Winslow.
the thing that's it. When I saw him in the cast, usually when they cast it like that, that's 4 to 6 weeks. So just imagine that leg and that calf, right?
Yeah,
Mostly the
thinking that
calf.
I'm
4
moving
to
this
6,
December
4
now.
to 6 weeks not using it, and then how long it's going to take to get it back
It's
to the
December now,
string?
Leroy.
Listen.
We're moving to December now.
Yeah, we are.
As a man,
Yeah.
as a man who's been injured as much as Leroy Horde, yeah, I trust you on these things.
Yeah, just that's how I look. When I saw him in the cast,
The type of
that
cast
means
too?
that when I saw him, when I saw him in that cast, that means that maybe they put a little screw in there
A pin.
or something along a pin. So that means that thing got a set. That's a 6-week thing. Then you got to come back. Your leg is he's gonna have little leg and big leg.
Oh, don't say
Before-
that. Not little leg.
Yeah, little leg.
Don't
And
say that, dude.
Before you do that, before you even start playing basketball, the main thing you're gonna work on is mobility. So you're gonna have to work on that flexibility, that mobility,
Conditioning and
strength.
everything.
You're gonna be doing a lot of strengthening exercise. Then you're gonna have to build up that calf. Then you may start jogging or running. Oh yeah.
And
I
Richie
changed my
says-
mind. I changed my mind. I'm saying Christmas Day game.
What?
I was right. I told you
You were
Christmas.
right. You were right.
You got back to Vlad's negotiation.
Yeah, because I'm just I'm talking it out loud. I'm
I got
speaking
you.
out loud. So just imagine if you didn't do nothing on your leg for 6 weeks.
Yeah, no, I didn't know it was going to be that long. When you said the cast, I didn't realize.
Let me be clear. I don't know how long they're gonna have the cast on him.
Right.
But if you put some type of pin or screw in there, that's usually a 6-week thing.
You need to say because it needs to
Because it needs to set right. Correct. So if
well, I think and I think Nico. I think like he said that he got mad at him because they tried. Like Nico was in a boot when he went to Serbia last year. He had something like this, like the foot ankle, and they were like, "Hey, man, you got to be, immobilized." I don't think he listened. I think he went with Serbian doctor.
yeah,
So-
but a boot is different though.
Doctor told him to
Because
go right back
here,
out. Right
The reason why a boot is different is because when you're getting physical therapy every day,
Mhm.
they take the boot off and work your leg.
You can
So
do that
you don't
tennis
get
ball
that
stuff.
atrophy. The cast can't do nothing.
Take a break. More to come here on this show. Back after this. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 104.3 FM, WQAM. How would you guys like to have a Pro Bowl Miami football player come and visit an elementary school of your choice? Could happen. It's WQAM's MVP experience with the Dolphins. Zach, Sealer it on up. He's on board to speak at a school. Just go to WQM.com and enter an elementary school in Broward or Dade now for your chance to get a visit from Zach Sealer, where he'll speak to students and more. For contest rules, go to WQAM.com as the Finns will be back at it. A matchup against the New York Jets, who I thought were going to win yesterday, dude. I thought they were about to have the craziest win, Vlad.
That was a crazy week 3. And that witching hour, like they like to say in the red zone.
Yep.
That was some crazy special teams going on. I thought we made a comeback. I thought it was great. That was an unbelievable play by Will McDonald IV.
Yep.
But damn it, Baker Mayfield's a damn good quarterback.
He really is. And then he had revenge on his mind. So who's this guy? That is Steve Wilks?
Steve Wilks was the head coach of Carolina for like 1 year. You know, it was one of those, the same way they did at Indy. What was it? Cawley or Houston, one of those guys, where they just hire you for a year before they get the real head coach.
Right.
And that was the year they had both Baker and Sam Darnold.
Weird year.
That was a weird year. They were trying to get the quarterback, and they had both of them competing for the job, and I think they gave Sam the job.
Did they have Andy Dalton in that room too?
They might have.
I think they did.
It was it was just one of those weird years. But Steve Wilks was the coach, and I think he's the one that let Baker go. He cut him, and then Baker got signed by the Rams, and then won that game in 2 days, that Thursday night game, after being let go by Carolina. So, yeah, that's why he had he said it was personal for him, and then Hassan Reddick, who was trying to get more money from the Jets last season, and the Jets weren't budging. So he said he had revenge on his mind. But
yeah, this is a Baker after the game.
I loved it, and it's also their D coordinator was the one that cut me in Carolina, so it was a lot of stuff was personal today. Hassan Reddick, former Jet, a lot of people.
That was like the fastest revenge quote of all time. Like hate him, revenge zone. And Baker's got a lot of people he's coming after for.
Oh, listen, he went after Colin Cowherd a couple years ago when Cowherd was at him. He went after the Cleveland media because they kind of like.
They were rude.
They were rude, and they made him look like he was the scapegoat. And he's shown the success in Tampa. I mean, they're a team that's dangerous in the NFC.
Aaron Glenn, this was him after the game. This was him on the Jets falling to 0-3.
We're not the same team as what everyone says, same old Jets. These guys are going to fight no matter what the situation is. There's no give up in them. I hate that term, and I really don't know what that term means, but I know this: they're not the same old Jets. All right, so. These guys are fighters. I love these guys. And listen, we know we have work to do. And I said this before, this is not an instant coffee team. Right? This is a team that's going to continue to keep stacking until we get to where we need to get to where we can consistently win these games.
There you go. Aaron Glenn yesterday after the Jets nearly pulled it off, but Baker let him it was exactly what they wanted, was to go down that drive, go up 29. And they had to then come back and win the game because that was crazy. The Eagles won on a blocked field goal yesterday.
Okay, I have a question now.
No, they covered on the blocked field goal.
That's the question. How many?
Woo, lost money.
So upset because even if it's a block, you still get the cover.
And
it was
and
3.5.
Most people would just fall down. If it was a pick, they would have just fell on the ground.
All you had to do was just touch him while he's on the ground.
Yeah.
The game is over, but they let him score. And I guarantee you, wherever you were, whatever sports book you were at, if you had a Rams plus 3.5, you cried. You cried because your winning ticket.
It's a tough night.
Was just done.
I bet you Vegas did really well this week because nobody had Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
At
Cleveland.
Tampa.
Nobody had Carolina.
Nobody had Carolina. What about Minnesota? Just keep scoring.
Jesus,
they scored
Crazy.
again. Just
that
now.
dude is the bum whisperer, huh?
Kevin O'Connell's the greatest. He's the greatest young head coach in the game right now.
He's
a quarterback whisperer.
Yeah, but the bad quarterback whisperer.
I mean, what was the Pasternak? He got him to win him some games.
Did he
last year.
also fix Daniel? Like we're giving it to Shane Steichen. Did he also fix Daniel Jones?
Yeah, he did last year.
Did he fix Daniel? Was he just like, listen,
I would say
you're not going to play?
I would say not fix him, but I would say some of the situations these guys were in were just bad situations. Like when I look at the Jets and I look at the Giants, like put any quarterback in those situations. Are they winning? You see what I mean? And so it's more of an indictment on the organization than it is the player. And we always are quick to call a player a bust. I've never heard they are ruining that quarterback.
They're putting up points.
I'll tell you where it's happening. Right before our eyes, we don't realize it in Cincinnati. In Cincinnati.
Oh, you're talking about
I'm talking about ruining their quarterback.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's almost like what Indy did to Andrew Luck.
Yeah, but that ain't. But we all acknowledge we know those guys were good. What we're talking about here is those guys were in such bad positions. We guys who maybe thought that they had talent. Yeah, like we all know Joe Burrow and Andrew Luck were good. They just got the snot kicked out of them.
Right, but that's still an organization ruining a quarterback.
Yeah,
that guy. But I'm just like, okay, look, I don't want to say this, but it's facts, right? The Cleveland Browns cut bait on Baker Mayfield, and he found a home, and now, now all the Browns fans are looking and say, man, we need a quarterback like that, right?
No, it's kind of deserved when you give that deal you did to Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, of course. My only thing is, I don't understand. Bad teams make bad decisions, bad organizations. Happens all the time, right? But if you need a quarterback, why on earth? I don't care if he's the best quarterback to ever play the game. Why, if you need a quarterback because you let your last starting quarterback go, would you sign a quarterback that's going to miss 10 weeks? Hey, that drives me. I have the same argument about the Dolphins here with the hurt players. Same scenario. If you're trying to rebuild and you are trying to improve your team, why would you even risk bringing a player in and then you are not able to get better?
Talking about the Browns?
Yeah, the Browns did it with Deshaun. The Dolphins do it here, signing all these injured players. And guess what? The injured players aren't playing.
Yeah, but the Browns did it because, they were all pitchforks out for Baker because they made him play hurt or he played hurt.
Right.
And he stunk. But, you know why? Because they all thought they were getting an MVP caliber quarterback.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay. But 10 weeks. But again, I preface it by saying, I don't care if the guy was a Hall of Famer. This team needed a quarterback, right? Why would you then sign a quarterback because keep in mind, you got a top 5 defense, right? Why would you sign a guy that's going to be on the bench for 10 weeks? You're not that good.
Take a break. Some regular old second hours next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2. Headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity. Price has fallen so fast, we're checking for a crater. Volkswagen's price like they've lost their minds. Doral VW, buckle up. No one sells for less. No one. You feel like the plays go up for the elements after yesterday?
You figure what now?
Feel like the streams go up yesterday?
Music streams?
Yeah.
Oh, because yesterday's was the 21st day.
First 21st day of summer. Yeah.
I would do it.
I tell you what, dude, I was all up in my feels last night.
Why?
Because I watched the Earth, Wind, and Fire thing on TV, and I didn't think that. I'm like, man, Earth, Wind, and Fire, they only got Earth and Wind. And then, so I was watching it while I was watching the game, and I was singing all the songs. I was like, it brought me back to my childhood. It was cool. I mean, so it was a lot better than I thought. Then they did, they had the Jonas Brothers. They had, is it John Bonet? Not John Bonet, but Baptiste, who he's got a lot of crazy energy.
I didn't see that.
Where was it? Was it on CBS?
Yeah, it was on TV.
Was that afterwards?
No, it was on. It was on Fox or ABC or another network.
Yep.
But it was cool. I was like, wow, boy. They did it in California, and man, look, the people were going crazy. I was amazed. Like, a lot of intangibles were there singing all the songs.
The intangibles love Earth, Wind,
and Fire. Intangibles do love Earth, Wind, and Fire.
But I'm gonna tell you, between Earth, Wind, and Fire, Earth, Wind, and Fire, if you got a good band that's non-intangible, you're gonna get an Earth, Wind, and Fire song, right? And if you had a good picnic, good barbecue, you're gonna get Earth, Wind, and Fire, Frankie Beverly, and Maze.
Oh, that's easy.
That's must have.
Outstanding, and September's got to be played at every barbecue.
As soon as the bass start, that's my jam right there.
I'll tell you this right now. Let me give you intangibles a little secret.
Please do.
If you know how to move to Earth, Wind, and Fire, or the Gap Band, any of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna get love. You're gonna be invited to all the
picnics. You're gonna be invited to all the.
Definitely be invited to all the barbecues.
I don't risk it with the intangibles at my house. I don't play music. I don't want nobody out there doing the Elaine. Point.
That was so bad. Elaine Dennis.
Yeah. Now I can hit them country with the line dances. Oh, yeah, they own that.
Oh my God.
Some of them can even do the Cuban shuffle.
Cuban shuffle?
Cupid.
Oh, Cupid.
It did kind of sound like you said Cuban.
I thought he said.
No, I said Cupid.
The Cuban shuffle was Mario Cristobal just plowing it down Florida on Saturday.
Can I just tell you, to me, it was very impressive, and I could see during the course of the game how they were wearing Florida down.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a knucklehead friend in the chat, talking about this game is too close. I'm like, did anybody, even watching Florida, how bad they've been offensively? Did anybody think that the Canes were just going to mollywop them or blow them out? Like, it was going to look like this, wear them down, and then that offense was going to make a mistake or two or whatever.
They also kind of got screwed out of a touchdown.
They did.
They got screwed out of that touchdown midfield, because it looked like Marty Brown should have just been called a good touchdown. They're like, never mind, kicking their ass too bad, bring it back. And you're like, all right. But it was the 98% of that game was dictated by the Canes. There literally was the one drive they scored a touchdown, and Carson Beck's turnover. It was the only window the Gators really had. That's all there was.
Because the only reason why is because it happened so close together. So that you start going, 100%. What are we doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing? What are we doing? But
the
thing that's impressive about them, it's like, okay, Carson Beck didn't have his greatest game, but who cares? We're going to line it up. We're going to smack this team right in the teeth. And that's what they did the entire way down the field. Right. And then when they got back to defense, they're like, okay, Bane, Mesidor, do your thing, dude. Get after this kid.
I'm still impressed at the fact that Bane is all over the field.
Monster.
All over the field.
I see.
He looks so terrifying too with that arm contraption. What is that? Like, is that a brace that he has on his arm?
They either do it for elbow, or if you see the thing that people have up higher, that's a whole brace for your rotator.
It looks menacing, dude. It does. It looks menacing.
It looks like the JJ Watt.
Yeah, you don't want big athletic guys like that having that arm brace. Yeah. Like I saw when Barry Bonds was doing it. You understand, as a baseball, they the pitchers
protect the. Yeah.
But when you're big and muscular and strong like that, and you got that brace, it's like you're it's like Bane.
I got one for you, Vlad. Back in the day, pull up a picture of Joey Browner.
Oh no, I saw Joey Browner. I saw number 93. I saw Joey. Yeah,
dude, he had like a First of all, he was like 230.
47, number 4. Yeah, for the Vikings, right?
Yeah, he was like 230. And he had like an arm thing that looked like body armor. And he wore it his whole career. And it was terrifying.
I just love the attitude Bane has. Like, he's
he's a monster.
He's a monster, but he's also menacing, not on the field, but in social media. Like,
he really is.
He's like,
he captions everything. F him. Y'all next. I'm just like, oh my God.
The picture of the Gator being barbecued and
yeah, it's great. Let's play a little bit of him. He was just with him with DBJ after the game.
All right. The ever-ready battery just keeps on going, man. We are joined with my man, Mr. Bane. Tell me, what kind of day did you have today? You just were relentless in your pass rush, and I saw you convert against the run, and looked like the entire defense was prepared, Ruben.
For me personally, I feel like it was pretty decent. I could have finished a little bit on certain plays, but overall, the defense was flying around, was making other plays, and that's a good, talented team over there that we just played, and we just held them down to minimal points and minimal yards. We came out to play. We trusted in our coaches. We came out to play.
You know, Ruben, I talked about you in our pregame show, and one of the things that I shared with everybody that listens is how every day since you've been here, every day that you work after practice with Jason Taylor. And I would see you working on your hands and your sets and everything that goes with being a defensive lineman. How is that starting to pay off?
It's paying off a lot because even when I get tired, I can still see my technique staying where it's supposed to be. I'm still working out how I'm supposed to work out all the way through the fourth quarter. Honestly, I feel like when you get to the fourth quarter, that's when I'm trying to kind of play my best brand of football. And I feel like that comes from playing, working out after practice. And that's when I'm really tired and I'm still getting the extra reps in. And I'm really honing in on the details. And I'm very detailed when it comes to that point of the game.
Also helps that you're going against number 61. Now we know every day. You two guys really go at it, but you hug each other every time.
Yeah, we do. 61 and 71, 70. They give me the
crazy, man. What a game.
Yep. He's about it. That's all you can say.
Yep.
Jason Taylor getting love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about learning techniques from a Hall of Famer. So
it is really cool. And he was fired up eating that gator next to DBJ.
Have you ever eaten gator, Tobin?
No. Wait. Yeah, I think I've had it one time at there was like a Delray
redneck event.
No, it was like a food. Delray's not redneck. Delray is very offbeat.
Vlad, that sounds like Intangibles barbecue.
Sounds like cargo shorts, flip flop.
Yeah.
It was one of those. It was one of those food
Natty
fests.
Light.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was one of those food fests, but it was. And I think I had fried gator. It wasn't barbecued. So
yeah, fried gator. But they only when they fry gator, they only do the tail.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had the tail, but it was like didn't think it was gross. It was just like, all right, this is weird. Gator.
When we went to in New Orleans, like there were people that would, because they cook anything, and like they would try to do that. But if you go to a restaurant that's Louisiana themed, they always have fried gator tail as an option.
Mm.
But I don't recall having that offered as a young kid. So I just associated with intangibles.
It's gotta taste like chicken, man.
No.
Gator?
Vlad, and somebody is going to put in the chat, and I'm going to get mad.
Mm-hmm.
But Vlad, what do you think something is going to taste like that hangs out in swamp water their whole life? It's going to be fishy. And then people tell me, that's because you ain't had it prepped right. Okay, they've said that with salmon. They've said that with tuna. And I'm still not in, I still don't like those things. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I didn't say I was going to eat it. I'm just saying it.
You either like it or you don't.
You know when it tastes
like
good?
It.
I'll tell you when it tastes good. After you kick the gator's ass, I don't think you're thinking very much about it.
I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they like put that thing in a cajachina? Like, what did they do with that gator? Like that thing looked. They looked like they did that thing like a lechon.
I think they just rolled it up and put it on the grill and sprinkled some seasoning on it.
I've seen it at tailgates. I mean, that's obviously like an LSU staple. I've seen that a ton.
Yes.
Where they do that for the Gators.
Which again, being from Louisiana, my upbringing didn't have a lot of that. And I'm gonna tell you, in Louisiana, most folks eat anything.
But I have
never an option. Gator was never one of those options.
I've never seen the team do it in the post-game locker room.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And dude, speaking of crazy, we haven't talked about it. What a delight this Michael Irvin is. I mean, my God.
Goodness. Wait. Were you talking about when he was cycling?
Cranking the siren?
Everything he was doing.
That was a lot of sweat flying everywhere.
But he's like, that's how he loves this. He loves this school so much. He really does.
He only missed one game so far this year, and that was before the Bud Canelo fight.
That's how you know it's a big fight.
That's
how you know it's a big fight if Michael Irvin was missing a Canes game, because that dude was there for Bethune. Like he's there all the time for those games. But they had him cranking that siren, and he was going bananas on that thing. And he's so like, even when they were going down, you can see him like he's what I think it was when Brown almost scored the touchdown, and then they brought him back out, and you could just see he's going nuts, Leroy.
Yeah,
he's like,
I saw him.
He's sweating it. He's feeling everything.
I was when I saw him, no lie. When I saw him, I was thinking, Vlad, you might have been on the same page.
Exactly.
I hope it's raining. I hope it's raining. Because
no.
That's not normal human sweat.
No.
Okay.
And we all know what was going on. We thought, it might have been a relapse.
Swag. Swag.
He might have visited Casablanca.
We also had on College Game Day, we had Nick Saban and Matthew Tkachuk cursing up a storm.
46. Opinion alumnus of Kent State. I think Florida State kicks the shit out of us. So before the crowd turns on me, I want Florida State to win by 50 this week. I want them to win by 50 next week because the Canes are going up north in 2 weeks and we'll kick the shit out of us.
Come on.
Hey, well, first of all, let me just say this.
Chucky's the best.
He's the best.
Let me just say this. When you have an all-time great coach open up the cursing door, then why wouldn't Matthew Tkachuk think that door was open?
Right, 100%. You don't know the rules
right?
of TV. You're a hockey player.
If Nick Saban wouldn't have did it, I don't think Tkachuk does it.
He still would have done it. You know who was next to them? Pat McAfee.
McAfee was actually the dialed back one. He goes, potty mouths you too.
But if you know McAfee's show,
I know he like
Tkachuk's been there. They curse up a storm. So yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't McAfee who started the curse.
And you know what my favorite part is? The real professionals try to act like it never happened.
Oh, Reese
And they
Davis
just
and
keep it
Herb
moving.
Street?
Just keep it moving.
Yeah, just keep it
Just
moving.
keep it moving. Keep it moving. What a time. Great weekend by the Canes. We'll
Yep.
take a break. More to come here on the show. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on a Monday. We take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Leroy's going to hand out his game balls and game bumps coming up later. Miami Dolphins off until next Monday. They're going to be taking on the Jets, a good old 0-3 matchup on Monday Night Football. We should enjoy that one, Leroy. New uniforms, though. We got that. I do want to mention and give out some condolences to Chris Greer, the team announcing today that his father passed away, Leroy, over the weekend.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
No.
The Dolphins putting out a statement. We are deeply saddened by the passing of Bobby Greer, father of general manager Chris Greer. He's a longtime executive with the Patriots and Texans and a former consultant of the Dolphins. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Greer family. So tough news today for Chris Greer. Obviously, pales in the comparison to what the Dolphins started the season is. A loss like that is unbelievably heartbreaking.
Yeah, this is a perfect time in life where you separate the two, right?
Yep.
Like just separate the two. It's okay to mourn somebody and what they're going through and still not like the job they're doing at work, but still sympathize with them for their loss. And that's called being a grown-up. So I feel bad for him. You know, my dad is pretty old too. And he just called me the other day and say, yeah, man, I was in the shop for I was in the shop for 5 days. I'm like, the shop? What's wrong with your car? No, I was in the hospital.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what are you doing, man? Right?
You referred to the hospital as the shop?
Yeah, he said that's where you go to get fixed.
Oh, man.
I'm like, but yeah. So then I got it because he don't want to tell you nothing.
I hate to do this, but
-1.
Yes.
47.
I'm like, so you spent 5 days in the hospital and you want to tell jokey jokes? I say, man, come on.
Is he okay?
I said, how old are you? I said, you're 77 years old. Like trips to the hospital don't have the same cuteness as it used to have.
Yeah. That's
so.
Was he good?
Yeah, he's good. He's fine. He said, yeah, I fell down and fainted. And they kept me in the hospital for a week. But I kept telling them I was fine. I say, fine people don't pass out. So who knows? Now I've got to check in on him, because he ain't going to tell you.
No.
I say, give me the doctor's number.
Why don't they ever tell you?
I don't know,
Right.
dude.
That thing.
I'm like, you ain't have to cut nothing off or nothing. I got to break it down. I got to ask him all the specific, your heart, your blood pressure, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
That's wild. All right. Well, I hope your dad's all right, dude.
Yeah, according to him, he's fine. And he did the old thing. He said, it probably was from watching that damn Saints game.
I'll do it to you.
They did get killed.
Dude, before I even know, before I was able to get to the game, they were down 14-0.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost.
That's not even mentioning what the hell Cincinnati did. Holy smoke.
Oh, that was nasty.
That was terrible.
I'm like 2 backup quarterbacks and they still score.
It feels like everybody is putting I feel like there's more teams putting up 40 all over the league this year, in the first couple of weeks. Usually it feels like the defenses take a little bit of time, but it feels like there's been some nasty blowouts around the league.
But they scored what, 40, was it 49?
Vikings, they put up 48 on them.
40, they scored 48. The quarterback threw for 170.
No, I know. Well, the Colts yesterday put up 40 on the Titans. Jonathan Taylor, did you see that touchdown that he had?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was stones right there. Hey, so my question is this. After 3 weeks, looking at that division, are we having second thoughts about how we look at Indy?
Oh, I think Indy looks top to bottom like the best team right now. Daniel Jones is playing great.
Right.
Houston, this CJ Stroud. I mean,
it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
It's the O line's not that great.
Okay.
That O line is terrible.
Neither is
bro.
anyone in that division.
Oh, but Indy looks
Other
really
than
good.
India, that's what I said, but everybody was sleeping on Daniel Jones. And then look, you went to a quarterback whisperer and Kevin O'Connell, and then look at him now.
CJ Stroud may need a whisperer. He may need a whisperer, dude.
Well, his whisperer is now
Did you guys see what went viral yesterday though? Because like remember when he beat Caleb Williams in his rookie year?
Oh, and he gave him
gave him the little bro talk. He's like, "Don't worry, buddy. You're going to be a great player in this league." It's like, you're a rookie too. Don't talk to me like that. And Caleb Williams yesterday, I mean, and they put it on the Cowboys.
Oh,
flea flickers.
I mean, it was. I mean, and this Caleb Williams got a cannon. He threw a ball 30 yards downfield to a guy in a window, or that was open, but that ball got there so quick.
And then, of course, we'd be silly not to mention Justin Herbert. I mean, oof.
Yeah.
Real. And this Harbaugh loves him so much. I mean, he is, every time Harbaugh talks about him, you think he's talking about like one of his kids.
Right.
He's just like, let me tell you why Herbert is the best. I'm just like, all right, Jim Harbaugh, calm down.
To be honest, to be honest with you though, is part of that just playing the game, because your quarterback and your head coach are attached, whether you want to or not. So he just all in on it.
Timeout.
What?
2 years ago,
mm-hmm.
when a certain coach was really bigging up his quarterback, you were loving it.
It's not the same.
You made an hour out of it.
How do you think Stephen Ross feels when he watches Chargers games? When he just watches Jim Harbaugh, who he's gone after, got caught going after him, and then like he's just like, damn, really wanted that guy when he was done winning at Michigan too, and now he's just sitting here, just and that throw that Herbert had, I can't even lie, that thing was incredible.
I mean, they come in here in like what, 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks,
man.
Yeah, that could be a bad one for the fan base.
It could be. No, it's a must win coming up on Monday. Like it's that like, make no mistake, that's a must win on Monday. If they don't win that, the season is curtains, dude.
Because that Carolina game's not an easy game now.
No, but they need to go 3-1
the next four.
Like they do. That's and it's doable, but it's not like, I don't know who this team can beat. They lost to the Patriots. You see the Patriots play yesterday? 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can get away with that with Indy because they playing really good. But then when the Patriots come up and lay a stinker, like, yeah, it doesn't.
I literally kept walking into. I was like walking back and forth. I kept walking in the room, and like and the Patriots fumble. I'm like, again? They lost another fumble. I kept feeling like I was replaying. What the hell's going on here?
Yep.
It was infuriating.
You know what yesterday showed me? The difference in the NFL is not that. It's not that wide of a gap, bro.
It's really not.
It's not. It really isn't. It's whoever can execute their game plan and adjust their game plan.
Here's the problem, Vlad. The problem is that people fail to realize, you know what? Everybody got the same salary cap, and some people appropriate that money to different positions. And if you see it, forget about the quarterback, right? And if you see where the money is appropriated, you can probably tell who are the better teams in the league. You see what I mean? And so the Dolphins and the Cowboys have 2 similarities. All their money is appropriated outside.
Jerry Jones is not worried. He says they're a playoff team.
Playoff team for what?
That's what he says.
I mean, they starting to play in with the football now?
Yeah, they're playing the Hawks. They're playing the Heat and Hawks. They got to go through both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Take a break. Leroy hands out his game balls in Game Bums. Next. Oh, man. Gather around, ladies and gentlemen. Leroy Horde has us in the locker room here as it is time to hand out our game balls and game bums.
Are you handing out gator legs too?
What are we at? Like a turkey leg?
Like a turkey
leg.
Like kind of. Sports Talk on WQN presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on the Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Leroy, what do you got?
So we already talked about the Canes, and I'm not going to even talk about the Browns or the Vikings. I'm going to go on a little off the beat a little bit.
Okay.
The Indiana Hoosiers.
Okay. All right. Was not expecting that.
Beat the brakes.
Oh, word?
Off of number 9 Illinois. Because nobody was really paying attention. One was ranked 19th and one was named 9th. They beat a top 10 team. I think they put up a 50 burger. And it was astonishing because, one, it was Indiana, Illinois. Let's be honest. Right? Game didn't get a whole bunch of coverage, but it was 2 ranked teams playing against each other. It was unbelievable. So I'm going to give a game ball to them simply because it ain't going to happen that much. So, sometimes you got to mention bring some new kids and give them their credit.
You feel good about Michigan this week beating Nebraska?
I did. Their quarterback still has some growing, some growing pains.
Underwood?
Yeah, he's just young, man. He's young. They don't. It's crazy how that works.
Who's that guy who's filling in for your coach?
I don't know.
Pip, what's his name? Like,
hold on,
Booth Pippins or something.
All right, I got the score. Illinois was ranked 9th in the country.
Okay.
Indiana was ranked 19th. I knew something was fishy because Indiana was favored by 7.
Biff Poggi.
Right? Being a team ranked 10 spots higher than you and you 7-point favorites, for whatever reason, the final score was 63-10.
Damn.
A top 10 team, 63-10. So I'm going to tip my hat because you ain't never seen that happen. I promise you. You can't remember a top 10 team lose by 53. They didn't got some beatdowns. They didn't have some beatdowns. Not like that.
Let me check.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So I'm
either way, it's impressive. Whether it's happening or not, it was damn impressive.
It's impressive. And I'm gonna tip my hat because they didn't get a whole bunch of coverage. And I have one Indiana fan of mine that I golf with that's out there in the peripherals. Now he peacocking.
Indiana's having a moment right now. They
looking around.
The Fever beat the Aces last night in game 1.
Yeah, that was a good game too.
The Colts are 3-0.
Yep. Indiana having a good run.
Still hate that city.
Yeah.
Boring.
My game bum.
Except for Khalil Ware. Thank you for him.
My game bum. The Dallas Cowboys. And let me tell you why. Because people tried to justify Jerry, and he said we wanted to stop the run.
That's right.
But you didn't do that either.
It's all good.
You didn't stop the run at all.
We're going to be a player.
You ain't stopped the run at all. They had their way with you.
That was nasty.
Yeah, it was that.
Run 11 consecutive running attempts.
Right.
They have no damn respect for you.
Can I just say this? I have never, that's some stuff you do in college against Bethune.
No,
you're trying to set the tone.
The last time I seen that was the NFC Championship game when the Niners beat the Packers, and I think Jim Harbaugh said, we're not going to let Jimmy Garoppolo. No, was it? Might have been Shanahan. Somebody just said they're not going to hand the ball off. They're not going to let the quarterback throw the ball. and they
Right.
just ran the ball and they destroyed that team. The Niners did that.
But watching that game, and they scored quickly early. They had a bunch of big plays,
Mm-hmm.
and the coach said, "We got to run the football." And boy, when I'm telling you they ran the football, they ain't even let Caleb throw the ball. And I'm like, yeah, man, they got a two-way go. That's the worst spot to be in sports. Two-way go. They can do whatever they want, when they want, how they want, and yeah, like it. So
And
it's
they just
going to,
lost.
huh?
I said, and they just the Cowboys just lost CeeDee Lamb because I think he's got a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, he came back out, but he couldn't.
Yeah, he couldn't move after he tried.
High ankle sprain is the worst because there's really no set damage, right? Like it's one of those injuries like a pull hammy. Like you don't know how long it's gonna be, the severity of it. You just kind of got to work through it. So it could be anywhere from a week or two to we've seen sometimes that high ankle sprain lasts, especially in basketball, 4 to 6 weeks. Like you have no idea. High ankle sprain is just one of those things you have no idea how long it's going to take. But he was walking, so that's a good sign. But he don't play defense, so so unless he making tackles, I don't know what they're gonna do. If Chicago run the ball, that ain't even the best running team you're gonna face.
Yeah. That is game balls and game bums. We will take a break, get back into the football happenings of the weekend, including your Miami Hurricanes moving up to number 2 in the AP poll, setting up a big-time matchup with FSU. Should the Noles handle business this week, Canes get the bye week. We'll take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program, streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. 104.3 WQAM on YouTube and Miami 104.3 WQAM on Twitch. You guys can check us out there. The headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity. Prices are falling so fast, we're checking for a crater. Volkswagen's priced like they've lost their minds. Doral VW, buckle up. No one sells for less. No one. The Miami Hurricanes, we'll get back into them, but they ran over the Gators in the fourth quarter, beaten 26-7, move up to number 2 in the AP poll. The Marlins, they win their 6th in a row. They swept the Rangers, the 4-2 win on Sunday.
Just when we start forgetting about our boys, what they do, they go on a little streak.
Little Runsky.
Right?
Little Runsky. The Dolphins were off, but Ian Rappaport, play this for you. Ian Rappaport on NFL Network on Sunday. He said that, Stephen Ross has no plans of firing the head coach anytime soon.
No doubt, Rich. Disappointing start for the Miami Dolphins. Actually better. No moral victories, but certainly better on Thursday night against the juggernaut Bills. But it has led to questions about the job status of Mike McDaniel now that they are 0-3. Here is my understanding of where it all stands. Stephen Ross, the Dolphins owner, plans to be patient. Almost always in the past, in similar situations, he has been patient. I do not sense anything imminent regarding a potential change in Mike McDaniel's job status. Mostly because Stephen Ross likes him, believes in him, and has invested in him. Gave him an extension, by the way. McDaniel still has 2 years left, worth more than $18 million coming up after this year. As far as what to look for, though, keep an eye on the locker room. If players suddenly stop playing for him, if that becomes a thing where you look on the field and you say these players do not believe in their coach, perhaps that could trigger some change.
Which certainly wasn't the case on Thursday night.
No.
It definitely looked like the Dolphins were playing hard for Mike McDaniel. Again, like Ian says, though, I mean, like lose to the Jets, I'm sure moods can change on where things are at. But there you go. That was NFL Network's report on Sunday morning before the games got going. So
yeah, it's unfortunate that that things aren't going the way they are because I mean it hasn't been an issue of whether they're playing hard or putting forth the effort. It's just the construct of everything isn't, what they want to do. Like they're trying to do something like you're trying to have a monster truck rally with a Lamborghini, right? And it's hard when you look around the league and see the monster trucks dominating and you're coming to the event with a Lamborghini.
Yep.
And wondering, well, you got a great car, why can't it compete? And I don't know if that goes through and here's where it gets tricky. Is that what Mike wanted? Or is that what Chris Greer wanted? Chris Greer wanted to build a team that way. The reason why I think it's Chris Greer, because all I have is all the different situations that Mike McDaniel has left. They've had a lot of bells and whistles and a lot of, players on the outside, but all of it started with the offense and defensive line, right? And I don't know, and I think that dynamic needs to be revealed, if only for us to be able to establish, why the team is what it is. If it's the coach, and Chris Greer has been listening to the coach and taking his advice and getting him what he wanted, then it's very easy to say, Mike, you this ain't gonna win.
yeah,
Right.
for sure. I do think that he bought himself. And look, it doesn't sound like, I'm sure Steve Ross doesn't want to fire him. I think Mike seems like a really likable guy. It doesn't sound like like a Flores situation where like people seem to, there seemed to be some friction there in the building by the end of Flores. Even though Flores had a good record, it seemed like people were like ready to be like, hey, nobody seems to like working with the guy. It doesn't seem like that's the case with Mike. Now, look, again, they lose to the Jets. They drop to 0-4. Season's essentially buried. Then who knows? I mean, things can flip, but I think he does have an opportunity to get the ship right here. If they can build off of a lot of the good things that they did. I will say though, Leroy, I couldn't escape it last night because I was just trying to enjoy my night. I was watching Love Island games with the missus.
Oh my goodness.
And even then on Love Island games, this is what I get on my Sunday night.
Andrea, Toby, Lucinda, and Tyreek are debriefing the challenge. Have not seen this many losers talking about football since I watched the Miami Dolphins post-game interviews.
I think we deserve to even be down there, bro. We were actually a good team.
It feels so good to win, and it feels so to lose.
You believe this?
Hey,
we're getting pot shots on Love Island.
You're getting insulted on Love
Love Island?
On a reality dating show?
Dude.
Oh, you've hit rock bottom.
That, to me, I was like, are you kidding me? I'm just trying to enjoy. I'm like, you know what? Watch the football. I enjoy the everything. I was taking a night. I didn't watch Sunday Night Football. I'm going to take a night off. Let's watch Love Island games, which, by the way, is not as good as Love Island, but they're trying. But what?
Have not seen this many losers talking about football since I watched the Miami Dolphins post-game interviews.
I mean, we're now hitting pop culture with how bad this season has been.
Wow.
This is insane. What? I don't understand it, dude. I'm just trying to enjoy my life, enjoy my Sunday night, and the damn Scottish narrator's got to come in with his thick accent. Now he's dancing on the Dolphins' grave, not just Florio. This isn't just Florio.
Hey,
Cowherd
with an accent. He ain't even from here.
Andrea, Toby, Lucinda, and Tyreek are debriefing the challenge. Have not seen this many losers talking about football since I watched the Miami Dolphins post-game interviews.
I think we deserve to even be down there, bro. We were actually a good team.
It feels so good to win, and it feels so to lose.
Yeah, well, she's right about that. Sound advice from Lucinda. Tyreek, by the way, not referring to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, there's another Tyreek on the show.
Oh, good to
just wanted everybody to know.
For you to explain that.
Yeah. He's not referring. They're not referring to Tyreek Hill. There's another Tyreek on the show. So,
I've not seen this many losers talking about football since I watched the Miami Dolphins post-game interviews.
Shut up, narrator.
Hey.
Because the whole theme of football of the last.
Stop.
Why? Stop. I just want to explain.
Stop. No. Let it, dude.
What?
Really?
It was.
When was the last time we picked up the mic and start trashing European soccer?
I don't know.
Never. So I'll be damned if I'm gonna allow somebody with an accent talking about the other football. Stay in your lane, Irish guy.
I think he's Scottish.
Scottish guy.
I've not seen this many losers talking about football since I watched the Miami Dolphins post-game interviews.
Just wanted to enjoy my
Bet you
Sunday.
won't say that to my face, Tic Tac.
He'll say it to Mike McDaniel's face. I don't think anybody's afraid to say it to Mike McDaniel's face.
You think Mike McDaniel is going to be there for his press conference this week? He goes, "Hey, Mike, what do you think about you guys getting some strays on Love Island games?"
You know, I anticipated this question.
It's funny because
I can see him saying
you've been playing that for what, 3 years? and it applies every time you play it.
It always does. It always does. I just wanted to enjoy my Sunday. I can't even get away from the one Sunday. I can't get away from the Dolphins. Just watching a little Love Island games.
First of all, you're watching Love Island games. That's
Right.
Automatically. Now, listen, I'm gonna give you a pass, but only for one reason. You were watching it with D.
Yeah,
right.
well, I love Love Island.
No,
I do.
no, that's where. Wait, and that's where you're getting attacked.
But Love, well,
you're
why?
You're a grown ass man. You're watching Love Island games.
Okay, first of all,
isn't Love Island a game in itself?
I'm going to tell you something. You make a fair complaint because I don't really see I don't really understand the difference between Love Island games and Love Island. I was sitting here and I was like, is there going to be a difference? And there doesn't really seem to be a difference. Just more Ariana Madix, the host. I didn't really understand. I thought they were just going to be doing challenges the whole time. And it seems like, nope, it's just regular old Love Island. But Love Island itself has challenges. I didn't really understand.
That's my point.
You could win immunity. Well, listen,
they got you hook, line, and sinker by just renaming the same product.
They did. But I would take more Love Island. They don't have to trick me. I would watch more Love Island anyway. I love all Love Islands.
How are we friends?
Why? What's wrong?
Like, come on.
Dude, what?
I still hung in there with the mushroom burger because it's a burger.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But this Love Island stuff.
It's good.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's
because
not.
I will say the Love Island games, the difference is they're bringing in everybody from all Love Islands. There's Love Island France, Love Island Netherlands, Love Island, some countries I haven't even heard of. And they're bringing them all together to go up against the participants from Love Island USA, which has really become a phenomenon on its own self the last 2 years.
I would guess that, to me, the most entertaining ones would be the ones with the with any type of Latin couple.
Yeah, I mean, there's not there are some Latinas on this show. There's not too many. Like I don't think there's like a Love Island Colombia, but they probably should do that.
Hey,
Hmm?
Love Island Colombia. You can't have. There's no islands in Colombia where there ain't that yayo floating around. Them islands are used for something.
This many losers talking about football since I watched the Miami Dolphins post-game interviews.
I don't like this dude.
Hey, that hits hard.
Post-game interviews.
Right.
But definitely talking about Mike McDaniel and Tua.
But here's the thing. Can he say that?
He can.
He just did.
He just did.
I know he did.
On Peacock.
On Love Island.
I tell you what, we should have like.
But that's supposed to be.
Let me introduce you to my left tackle. Why don't you? What was that line you said again?
Which one?
No, I'm talking about
many losers.
No, not yeah. I would ask him.
I watched the Miami Dolphins post-game interviews.
I say, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Right. I want to introduce you to the Dolphins left tackle. What did you just say? Patrick Paul.
Have not seen this many losers talking about football since I watched the Miami Dolphins post-game interviews.
But you know how sad it is that we're the pop culture losers now? Like that used to be the Browns, the Lions.
Hey.
Sorry. But you understand what I'm saying.
No.
You're around a lot of losing.
No, like
the fact that we're getting jokes.
The team that I cover lost. The team that I follow and play for all won.
Oh, they all won yesterday.
So I'm not I'm not that guy, right? I'm not that guy. I'm gonna dig my heels in and live in the misery of everybody else down here in South Florida. But you best believe, as soon as I get off this show, me and Jay Crawford going fist bump.
Take a break. Back after this. And welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM, WQAM. By the way, if you guys typically stream us on Twitch, maybe you listen to this on the Odyssey app, you're like, what the hell happened? Something happened to our StreamYard. It got the Twitch account got kicked out, and I don't have Jennifer here today. Give me the password. So I'm trying to get that and get our Twitchers back on. We are still on YouTube, but if you guys are looking for us on Twitch, that's a problem right now. So just to give you guys the heads up on what's going on there. So I am endeavoring to try and get that fixed for everybody. But I do know a lot of our OG listeners and viewers from Twitch.
I know who can fix it.
Who? You. So that's that. Platinum Source says horrible excuse, Tobes. It's not an excuse. I'm giving you the reason.
I love an accountable person, man. Leroy, you're accountable. You said,
hey.
I know one person who can't fix it.
Did y'all not see the problems I had last week?
Yeah.
Everything's good now, right?
Yeah.
Seems like it's good now. No, but I was just like, they're like, what is the password for Twitch? I was like, uh-oh. I don't have that.
Yo, me too. I was looking out trying to get in. I'm trying to figure out. I was like, I don't know. And then J-Fig's not at. When she's off, she's off. She's not
well, no, she's driving.
I got a response from her. She says, let me see.
So
I don't know if it'll get fixed in the next hour and a half.
There might be a train.
We will be able to get. Hey, listen, if you guys, I'll get the clips up for everybody. I just apologize for our normal Twitch audience.
Yeah, we periodically. There's monkey wrenches being thrown into our show,
right?
That you would not believe in the background how many people are scrambling, mainly the ones on this that you can see.
I also got
credit to like I see Jennifer and Tobin and Vlad, and during the break they all over there bumping their heads together trying to figure out what in the hell just happened, or before the show, and Jennifer's mad somebody keep touching her stuff, and
doesn't like people touching her stuff.
It's like chaos, but we managed to, or they managed to make sure that I'm good. As you notice, I'm wearing my heart thing for 3 days.
Is that going on today?
Yeah.
Right.
It don't matter. It don't beep or nothing.
It doesn't?
No.
But you can't go through metal detectors or nothing, right?
No, where am I going, dude? It's 3 days.
Just asking a question.
Like, what the hell?
I also got to take accountability because I played the wrong Ruben Bane interview because his name was spelled wrong. And I was like, wait, this doesn't sound like the right interview. Where's him chomping on the gator? So I wanted to play that for you because he interviewed with DBJ while eating cooked gator after the interview because he's an insane person. So this was Ruben Bane after the game with DBJ.
All right. Tastes like a rib. Ruben, I just want to clarify before
tastes like a rib.
Interrupt your snack here, but you are eating some barbecue gator, aren't you?
Get some barbecue gator from Gainesville, man. Billy Napier's finest.
You're a true Cane, man. You're a true Cane. God love you. I'm going to start with the fun stuff. You're 2-0 against the University of Florida. I want you to know that. That's a big deal. I mean, that you're undefeated against the Gator. That sticks with you for the rest of your life. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It means a lot.
It means a lot to every one of us. Let's go to this defense tonight. Third down, you held Florida 0 for 13. 0 conversions on third down after 13 attempts. I'd say that's about as good as it can get, huh?
Yeah, about as good as it can get. Some people gonna call it perfect, but it was a good game. I didn't even realize that. I'm not gonna lie, I thought they has at least 1 or 2 conversions, but 0 for 13 don't get no better than that.
Well, let's be honest, Ruben. You have played a heck of a game tonight, but you'll go study that film and you'll find some things to get better on, won't you?
Even that last play, I was frustrated leaving the game. I missed about 3 sacks just on that last drive. So back to the drawing board for me. I really ain't too happy.
How about the fact that it was a team win? It wasn't pretty at times for any phase of the game, but Miami was able to pull it off.
Yeah, man. Football is football. Some guys they come in, they on scholarship too, so they gonna make plays too. The coaches, they hold on us that whatever happens, just stick together, and that's what happened. Ups and downs throughout the game, but we stuck together and we still played a complete game as a whole with it as a team.
I don't know.
What a game. Billy Napier's finest, he says.
Yo, his throw game is phenomenal.
Hey, it is. But the thing is, here's what the worst part is. If somebody like that troll you, what you gonna do?
Nothing.
Right?
Nothing.
Right? Is that I always tell you guys that the silliest guys in the locker room are the offensive and defensive linemen, and nobody mess with them. So they do all kinds of crap to everybody in the locker room. And that sucks because you're like, what am I going to do?
Right. Well,
Right.
he is outstanding. I saw that some people talk, man, like this guy's playing as good as anybody in the country. I know that like, people are talking. There's a little bit of Heisman juice that never seems to go to a defensive player, so I doubt it. But
the last D lineman or linebacker that I could think that was even in the mix was Hugh Green from a long time ago from Pittsburgh.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I know Hunter won it last year, but that was a special. He played both sides.
Yeah, but he won it too. He won it kind of like Woodson.
Right.
So
I think Ndamukong Suh.
Sue had some buzz.
With Colton McCoy.
Sue had some buzz.
Okay. Yeah.
Sue had some buzz, but yeah, I'll tell you one thing though. Heisman or no Heisman, that dude's going in the first round.
Dude, and it's weird because I'm trying to figure out what position he would play. Because he's only like 270, 275.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And leaned on it too. Like he slimmed up.
Right. But
that Jason Taylor special.
That's kind of are you big enough to play D tackle? Or are you too big to play linebacker, not big enough to play D tackle?
Mm-hmm.
And so, but if the way he gets around, the way he moves around, and he's not, when you look at a guy at that position, they're normally much lengthier. You know what I mean? Long arms, quick, like built like Jason Taylor, except bigger, like, 30 pounds heavier. So the only thing that I would say about him is trying to figure out what position he will play. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up being a middle linebacker. The way he runs, some of the things he does.
6'3", 270.
Right.
Which is slim.
Right. If he slimmed up.
He slimmed up. So like, and he did, like, he could be bigger, right? Like he got
But when they see him run
by design.
When they see him move around the way they do, they're going to try to keep his optimum weight around that because that's where he's going to get the most production. So I'm guessing he would be like a Von Miller, like just a bigger one.
Chop is 6'3". Chop Robinson on the Dolphins, 6'3", 254.
Right. See, but look, doesn't he? Ruben looks built a lot differently than Chop.
He's a menace, dude.
Right.
Menace.
So they'll figure it out. But it's just like once you go into these drafts, the first thing you want to look for is, how does it look? How does he look? Does he fit the profile? And then you start doing the other stuff. That's why so many big, strong arm quarterbacks get drafted high and they can't play a lick because they look the part. And then when you go in your little shorts workout and you're zinging that thing all over the place, they go, wow.
Really awesome, man. We'll take a break. Great job by Ruben Bane. Great job by the Canes.
Excellent.
Just a very impressive performance. They now get to get this week off.
Oh, they don't get no week. Mario's going to be on the other side of that.
No, dude, when he was pounding the fit, he was just smacking it. I was like, oh, look at my tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
He was fired up, dude. He was fired up about that victory. Take a break. Back after this. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. How would you guys like to have a Pro Bowl Miami football player come and visit the school of your choice? It can happen with the Dolphins. Zach, Sealer it on up. He's on board to speak at a school of your choice. All you got to do is go to WQAM.com, enter an elementary school in Broward Day now for your chance to get a visit from Zach Sealer, where he'll speak to students and more. For contest rules, go to WQAM.com. I also get to a little 15 minutes of game day uncensored here, which of course will come your way next Monday. We got a busy busy Monday. Next Monday got Heat Media Day, and then we got Monday Night Football coming your way. So that is it should be fun, but 15 minutes.
Oh, you got is it at home or on the road? On the road?
I'm gonna probably end up doing that one of this. I don't know. It'll depend on traffic. I'm gonna eyeball.
No,
it.
but I'm saying the game is
the game's at home. The Dolphins game's at home.
So at home,
Mm-hmm.
we gonna get caught up in crisscross traffic.
That's what I'm saying. Miami fans.
You should be all right
Jets
on
fans.
football. People won't be done. Well, if we're done at 2, you should be fine getting home.
No, the game's at 7:15. It's not an 8 o'clock game. It's
What?
a
So
7:15.
was it a doubleheader?
Yeah, it's 2 games happening.
Enough of these doubleheaders, dude. They used to do that one time. They're getting greedy.
They've been doing that for the last couple of seasons now.
Oh my god! Enough of the doubleheaders.
Hey,
already.
at least we'd be going the other way.
Right.
But you probably you talking about get out at 2. That means at 4 o'clock game day uncensored.
I'll make it. If I go the back streets, I'll make it just to the studio. If I just have to go to the studio.
Well, I'm following you to the back streets, and I'm taking my normal.
Yeah, that'll probably be my plan.
You know what I mean?
That'll be a studio game day uncensored.
So I'm
Anyway.
following you back to the studio, and then I'm gonna just take my normal ride home. Because whenever I try to leave downtown Miami by myself, it's not pretty.
15 minutes of game day uncensored brought to you by the Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. Jim Harbaugh. This is what he had to say on the Chargers win over the Broncos.
I don't think I had the vocabulary to really express how great I feel with this win and just admiration for our team and for our players and coaches and just everybody. It's just another game, 3 wins, 3 games, and it's taken everybody in all these games. So gritty. Spectacular. That's about the best word I can come up with to describe it. I'm just great thrill of winning. Wonderful feeling of victory. Great thrill of victory. Yeah, that's about all I got. It's what a never losing heart. I mean, just finding a way.
My God, did he just? I mean, like that? Did he just
Mike
have a,
McDaniel on their ass?
goodness gracious? That man is smitten right now with his football team.
But you know what's crazy? Like people listen to him, and they think, "Man, he was like that in college." Just imagine if your quarterback played linebacker in college. That's what Jim Harbaugh is, right? He was a quarterback.
Yeah.
I remember my rookie year, he was in Indy, right? Came over, we dapped each other up. I'm like, you got drafted in the first round. I don't even remember you throwing a pass. And he laughed and ran away. Because it's true. We think about this. We ran the wishbone.
Mm-hmm.
And the quarterback from the wishbone went in the first round.
Crazy. Jerry Jones. Don't worry about that loss, dude. Here's what he had to say on the playoff chances of the Dallas Cowboys.
I will tell you, yes. And it's because you saw number 4 out there today. And you saw what I think we're capable of doing in the running game and that type of deal. So, yes, I fully do. Now, we've got to, as we evolve toward the playoffs, we've got to get better defensively, certainly.
Oh, you think? You got to get better defensively, Jerry? You think that, do you? Man. No, dude. You should take the advice of that forklift next to you because you guys are under construction. playoff
It-
team.
It is that amazing
Well,
when
all
you
I'm
say
telling you-
our defense has to get better. When you got rid of your best defensive player, that's beautiful.
all I'm telling you guys is we got this all put together. Don't you worry.
That's amazing.
He really
Like,
is.
Don't we have to be more aware? I'm gonna just throw
Oh
that
yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
That's what Jerry Jones specializes in.
Not being aware.
Yeah.
All right.
That dude is he's always got awareness right there for you. I gotta tell you, what I think is we just need a little bit of defense, maybe a pass rusher, maybe a little pressure on that quarterback, and we'd be right there. Nobody says anything. And we're just like, all right, here he goes. Miami Heat. Niko Jovic, dude. He is back from Eurobasket.
Can I ask you just one question?
Sure.
Can we? I don't want to say this because I don't want to. I don't want you to get all. You do this every year before the season starts.
What do I do?
And I would like to save my excitement for actual basketball. Right. And so from that standpoint,
you don't even know what I'm going to say.
Yes, I do.
You
Your
don't even know.
enthusiasm.
I can't even play. I'm going to play a clip.
Your enthusiasm for the Heat basketball team got me all warm and fuzzy for 37 wins. And what I would like to do is I would like to take an opportunity, let them build it,
right?
Let us see it all work together before I show my overall excitement. Is that fair?
You can behave however you want to behave.
It's hard to do that because when you come in guns a-blazing, all excited, all hot for the team, and they haven't played a game yet, there's no like.
Okay, but maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll like what's said.
We've been doing this show for a long time, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not just pulling these feelings out of thin air.
I don't know, but you don't know how you're gonna feel. I mean, that's why it's the bag.
Wait, when you said Jovic, dude, yes, I do. But go ahead, play.
I don't want to play it now. I mean, you ruined it.
Wait, when you start off a conversation with Jovic, dude, what do you think like? What do you think is coming after that?
Excited about the season of Jovic. That's all.
You sound like Jim Harbaugh.
Thing to say.
You sound like Jim Harbaugh. Words
man.
cannot explain. Like, go play it.
Do you have a crush on Jovic?
He got a crush on like
the way that Harbaugh has a crush on Herbert.
Yes.
I think I have a crush on both of the Heat's bigs, like him and Ware. I just can't wait for their seasons.
Right, but
I'm very excited.
Can we let it play out a little bit before? And I'm doing this for your own good, so you don't have to get the heart thing, because when you go up this high before they play one basketball game, the crash is terrible.
No, that's not true. Not for me.
Really? Oh, okay. You went through 17 bottles of Jack Daniels last year doing post games.
That's how I handled the crash.
Wait a minute. Yo, Tobin, we gotta talk, bro.
What, dude?
Dude,
a lot of bottles
last week. Wait. After the Dolphins game, you didn't even use a glass. You just went straight bottle.
That Daniel bottle that you guys got like not too long ago, it's almost empty.
No. I got like half left. I got at least half left.
But that's within 3 weeks.
We just got it.
These games. You just got it like a month ago. In 3 weeks, you've already killed half the bottle.
I think you make a good point, Vlad. So if the friends over at Jack Daniels would like to send us another bottle, just in my own troubles, feel free. I'll take any version that they have.
I do believe they should, because you're about to embark on the 82-game Heat season, and you're gonna have to drink a lot.
Hey, do you want me to get you another bottle?
No. I can afford my own bottle.
No.
Like,
do you want me to have? No, the good though.
What?
I can just call the guy and have him send another.
I mean, it's up to. Just know that I'm gonna drink it out of sadness sometimes when we lose to the Pistons inevitably again.
But with me, Vlad, he was so mad that he couldn't even have another one. Like, we were just doing light stuff, right?
Anyway, here was Nico. he was asked in-house by the Heat's social media team about his summer with Eurobasket.
Yeah, it was, I feel like a great thing for me. Keep my mind in basketball and great competition.
What are some things that you feel like you got better at that they had you do playing for Serbia that you could translate to here?
I think everything, just, being more competitive, bringing a better defense to the team, being a better team player, a lot of stuff.
And then coming up on year 4 in the NBA, what are you looking forward to?
Just trying to, win as many games as possible. Yeah, it was, I feel
Wow.
like great.
Love it. What a goal.
I mean,
that's a team guy.
Is that standard goal?
No. Some people have personal goals.
Nobody comes out and say, yeah, if we can get above 500, that would be
No,
good.
dude, that's way different. When you coming out and you're putting if the goal is about the team, that's a player right there. It's a young player, doesn't even have a second contract yet, but he's not worried about personal victories. Team victories. Goosies.
See what I got to do? Vlad. It just, he takes it to another level.
No, I don't do that.
That I'm looking out for your best interest because you're my
Right.
boy.
Yeah,
you take it to this crazy level and read into these things. Like you the guy in what's that movie? The Untouchables
Hmm?
with Kevin Costner. Is
Right.
that was the name of that movie, The Untouchables?
Yeah.
Where the guy's at the table going, team, and then he get bashed over the head. Like that's you. You like everything you like too much, dude.
Michael
Too
Beasley
much.
said
Like
in the
what do
chat-
you like if you ask a guy, any guy in any sport,
Right.
what are your expectations? Yeah, I want to win. I want to try to win as much as I can. I want to try to go to the playoffs. All these things, you're gonna hear that.
Well,
I'm not
Right.
taking anything away from Nico because I think he's gonna have to play a major role in it.
Of course.
It's you getting carried away and
not
way
getting
too
carried away.
excited over comments about what you expect to do this year in September. Can we
Mike-
just first of all, your main scorer is out.
True, but you know what? We have enough. That's what Spo always says. We have enough.
You didn't have enough last year.
Different. We got Powell now. Okay. I got the Powell.
Vlad, do you understand? Vlad, do you understand what it's like being with this man all the time and in public places?
Dope, Leroy. I am very worried this upcoming season.
Yes,
this man.
Don't be worried.
Will be drunk during his post game.
I wonder how many times he gonna say, "Can't come in, can't get behind the wheel."
No, because look,
so a West Coast trip, one bad West Coast trip.
It's not going to happen. Oh, we do have West Coast games early.
Leroy, you have to see these because now the Dolphins frustrate him enough that it's like 25, 30 minutes. So it's at least 3 swigs before he gets into it. Then while he's talking about it, he's reminiscing what's going on. So he has to take another swig.
I'm home though. It's a close set.
And then he has to end it with a big swig. Then all of a sudden I'm like, all right, that's cool. That was week 1. Then that was week 2. Then I looked at it this past Thursday. I'm like, when did Jack Daniels come? Like 3 weeks ago? Maybe a month ago? Let me look at that bottle. That bottle's halfway done.
I think there's more. I feel like there's more. Maybe it was just the angle that you saw.
Nah, bro.
The angle. Wait. The angle was this. It wasn't like it was sitting on the side. It's not like the Jack Daniels was sitting on the side as background. Nah, you had that puppy tipped up in the air.
And a 4-game losing streak. Oh, it's gonna just.
We don't have to. I mean, but let's not even put it on our mind. Like they may not go on a 4-game losing streak this year.
They're gonna start off the season without their leading scorer, right?
Yeah,
I already said that, Vlad.
It's okay. I look. I'm sad that Tyler Hero's out, but I think
you do this for me.
I think we can man the fort.
Can I do this? Can you do this for me? Early on in the season, because everybody gonna talk. They're gonna talk about melding and working together, and that takes time or whatever. Can we do post game with a wine cooler? Right. The hard stuff can't come till after January. Because remember, for the last few years, we were always talking about it don't even matter because Jimmy ain't even gonna put maximum effort till after January.
Right.
So,
I don't,
so
you know,
why
I
would
don't.
you put yourself in a situation
Mhm.
where you going at it? Because you have also said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Wait till January." So, can we have some kind of rule that you can't go heavy stuff until the season actually matters, which is after January? Can we do that?
I'll feel how I
You
feel.
can
Like
get you
I'll
can get
take
you
it
a
under
cider,
advisement.
you can get you a cider boys. You can get you a golden monkey, got a little more kick, but
Right.
just the hard stuff to where you really in your feelings,
Right.
like that can't come till after January.
Well, I feel
Because
like
that's when you say you've told me year after year after year,
Mhm.
right? It's not January. Season don't start till January.
I don't say that to you at all. You say that to me. I've never taken that
Well,
advice.
you
I
know,
take every.
wait. You haven't said that with Jimmy.
No, I mean with Jimmy, but not with the
Okay.
team. I
That
take
was
every
on-
loss hard. Do you remember the Pistons games?
Yeah, but they went to the playoffs.
Bonus putback.
They went to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's my end.
I mean, the Pistons were in the playoffs. You talking
Yeah,
about
the difference between us and the Pistons is legitimately Spo and timeouts and Tim Hardaway getting hot.
Well, the past 2 seasons they've had.
They're very good. I'm not dismissing the Pistons.
Yes, you are.
I'm
Yes,
not
you
dismissing
are.
the Pistons.
When you
I'm not
say,
dismissing the Pistons.
hey, did you see the Pistons game? That's like you talking about the Dolphins and saying, did you see the Browns game?
You would acknowledge the Pistons' losses were very weird losses.
Yes. Like it. But here, when Spo made that other mistake, the game was tied, right?
Yeah.
You're making the assumption that they were going to win that game. Like, so.
Were they tied or were they behind? I don't remember.
They were tied. They were either tied or behind.
Wait. When
he
the
ran out of timeouts.
It was tied. And
it was tied.
Timeout,
and then they got and then they got the free throw and the ball.
Who loses like that?
I mean,
It's bad when Spo doesn't remember he has no timeout. That's just bad. That's something that
You think it still gets to him? Like you think he's just out at Publix and
There's
Spo's just thinking to
certain
himself, like, I
mistakes,
can't believe I did that.
Can I tell you this? There's certain mistakes you make in life you never forget. I can tell you, my second year in college, we were playing Ohio State. It was John Cooper's last year, right? We were driving. We got to the 20-yard line. I fumbled. We lost the game. Still remember it. Know the exact play, what happened, when it happened. Sports doesn't let you forget it.
How
You
long did it
don't.
take you to get over it?
I'm still thinking about it.
Jeez.
It's just one of those things. Like I feel like I would have been undefeated against Ohio State and at that game in your home stadium.
Oh wait, Cooper finally got a win in Michigan at Ann Arbor.
At
Was he like
Michigan.
2-9? He
No,
was
wait. Let me think. Was it Cooper? Was it John Cooper or was it Earl Bruce's last year?
Might have been Bruce because
I think it was Earl Bruce's last year because that's when they wore the red shoes.
Okay.
Dade South. Oh, I appreciate Dade South making it over to YouTube because our stupid Twitch feed wasn't working. Spo wakes up in the middle of the night like that D Wade commercial because of the timeout mishap, just in a cold sweat.
Dude, bad. Listen, if you in the sports, if you've played or coached, bad moments in your sports life never leave you. It's the craziest thing. You can't enjoy the good things. That man that won championships, right? He might forget some of the aspects of some of those championships he won. He ain't gonna never forget that timeout ever in his life.
Take a break. Final hour coming up. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Getting some headlines here. Brought to us by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity. Prices are falling so fast, we're checking for a crater. Volkswagen's price like they've lost their minds. Doral VW. Buckle up. No one sells for less. No one. My Marlins still alive. Still alive, dude. 4 games under 500 with 6 to go. Really a great last week. They swept the week. They swept the Rangers. They swept the Rockies. And still knocking on the door there. Not ready to put it all to bed for this season yet. So they got the Phillies tonight, and then they got the Phillies, and then they got the Mets. Tuesday, excuse me, is when the series starts. So Phillies and Marlins starting on Tuesday at 6:45, and then they got the Mets to close things out. As of right now, your standings look like this for the wild card. The Marlins are 4 back with 6 to go. The Mets and Reds have that same record on the wild card. I don't know who has the tiebreaker right
Cincinnati
now.
has the tiebreaker.
Cincinnati has the tiebreaker, Vlad?
Yes.
And then so they got to jump some teams. A lot of things got to go their way, but they do have the Mets this weekend. So listen, we can't make us happy. We can at least make Jason Jackson happy because he loves him some Cincinnati Reds. So got that going for us. And also in the midst of this week, the Panthers, we have Matthew Tkachuk at game day, college game day. And then at the game, Matthew Tkachuk was there with Seth Jones, Maki Samoskevich, Nico Mikkola, Atulo Starinen, and Mr. Lasolis Anton Lundell.
Well, I wonder if Mackie
want to go to a football game with.
I wonder if Mackie took that picture with another Wolverine.
I don't know, but I did see in one of them he was with Mike Ryan from the Levitard show. They showed up to their tailgate, and he didn't throw up the U; he threw up the M.
There you go.
He's not peacocking for anybody.
He knows what's up.
He knows what's up, Leroy.
Yeah.
So you had that. Bill Belichick. Oof, they got killed by UCF this past week.
Wow.
34-9. Of course, UCF was taking pot shots at the on social media. Did you see what they did? They put the Golden Knight mascot on the beach laying down, and he was playing uppies with a W. Oh man, that was rough. Not going great for him so far.
I wouldn't like, it's weird to me how in every other walk of life, people expect patience. But in sports, you don't get that luxury, right?
People have been waiting.
There's a reason why they were terrible last year. They didn't have any players.
Yeah, but people have been waiting to dance on this man's sports career for a long time, dude.
And I would say, based on his track record, give it a couple of years, he'll be fine.
Asia Wilson was named WNBA MVP this weekend. Did you see? Again, fourth time, first 4-timer.
Back to back.
There was a question whether she was going to win it this year because then they went on that run.
Yep.
Now it was,
and then what's her name got hurt, right?
Yeah, and Ephesian Kalia got hurt, and once she got hurt, and then the Aces went on that 17-game winning streak. It was pretty much Asia's, but both were deserving. But Asia, back to back, 4th time, but they didn't play too well last night.
No, they did not. They got beat by the Fever. What's it, best of 5, lad?
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Yes, and I'd be funny if the Fever wins the title without Caitlin Clark.
That's what, you know what, Vlad, when I was watching the game, I was like, man, I got to tell you, they look really good without her.
But this was a cool moment. Asia gets her MVP yesterday, and look who decides to show up with the old hardware.
Because you don't know which moment is going to be the one that puts you over the edge. That's all I got. Carolyn, what do you got?
We do have some media. Carly, could you just let him in?
Kathy.
See, she walks. She looks to the gym doors in the Aces facility, and who comes skipping in with her MVP trophy?
Her favorite trophy.
But Bam Adebayo, and she is brought to tears immediately with the WNBA commissioner giving a little speechy speech there, but she was moved. Those two are 2 scoops of adorable. Let me tell you,
they are
2 scoops of adorable.
I mean, have they stopped trying to make
Stop
it a secret?
I don't think they are in secret anymore. I think it's the worst. If it is a secret, it's the worst kept secret.
No, they've let everybody know. Come on, when you go on social media, it's nothing worse when your girl steals your your hoodie and your sweatpants, and then shows the picture of the girl wearing the hoodie and the sweatpants. That's your girl, man. You're letting it be known.
Adorbs. So
Never gets old, right?
I don't think so.
Winning an award?
Yeah,
or being in love.
MVP.
Yeah, well, she's one of those crazy competitive people too, who's like, they wrote us all off.
Did she file out last night? Because she had 4 fouls. They go 5, right?
Yeah, they go 3 out of 5.
No, 5 fouls and yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Because she had 5 fouls in like the beginning of the 3rd quarter. 4 fouls.
Hockey questions to WNBA.
Dude, I'm just.
What? Just a question. It's fine, baby. Listen, no judgment.
You know what? Have you ever asked me a football question and I didn't know the answer?
I don't know.
No.
You don't know that it's not no.
She only had 4 fouls. She only had 4 fouls.
She played a quarter and a half with 4 fouls. Hey, no, you haven't.
I think I've asked questions.
No, you haven't.
I think
no,
you
haven't. No, you haven't.
I
No,
think
you
I have.
haven't. Because if people have deemed
Real mature.
that I'm the expert, then I try to have answers.
I've never said that I'm a hockey expert.
And Leroy 6 fouls, just like the NBA. That's what
It's it. Thank you, Vlad.
Wow.
Cause why do you ask me questions? You're just my friend. I don't know nothing.
That's not what I sound like.
Here we go with the hockey questions.
If 2 go over the blue line, but 1 is back, is that offsides or not offsides? And then what is the power play situation on that? It's like, Jesus, all right, dude. What am I, Barry Melrose?
Really?
-1.
Now, I will say this.
Flashing out.
If I ask you a fight game question, you're all over that.
Fair. I'm going to the Jake Paul press conference tomorrow. Jake Paul, Gervonta Davis.
That is here, right? In Kaseya Center.
They got moved to the Kaseya Center.
I think I might go to that. I want to go to that.
You know what's crazy? If they sit at a table, is one of them going to need a booster chair?
Definitely. He's very tiny, Gervonta Davis.
Tiny dude. It's not a knock on his toughness or anything like that, but he's tiny.
It will not be a professional bout because of the size discrepancy. They are making it an exhibition, exactly like Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather was. Now, does that mean they can't knock each other out? I don't think so. I don't know what the.
I mean,
it's not going to count as anybody's record because there's no weight class. I think they're also saying that according to Jake Paul's promoter, that he's got to weigh. He can't weigh whatever he wants. Like he's gonna have to hit some kind of under 200 weight limit.
And Gervonta is what, 160?
I mean, maybe maybe he hasn't trained. He's 160, but he's like 150.
What is this? He fights at 150?
140, 135, 140.
Oh God, what are we doing? Like, it's gonna be like Gervonta is gonna hit him with 17, and then Paul's gonna hit him with 1, boom, and just night.
I don't know if he's going to hit him with many clean shots, dude.
You don't think, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, is from the defensive aspect of it, is he as good as Bud?
No, by no means is he Bud, but he's very fast. And I'd say a lot of the times he fights very conservatively. Like he kind of fights, he's always looking for he'll have some fights where he throws up some real low outputs because he's looking for the one bomb. So I am curious to see, does he just pour on the punches here? Because that's not typically his style. Like he literally will look for the one shot to send somebody into the bleachers.
Right.
And mind you, he's coming off of a fight everybody thought he lost against Lamont Roach. So, but it's going to be a circus. I like circuses. And I love fight press conferences. You know that.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, you like instigating things.
Oh, that's not fair. I don't instigate. I just
there's
whatever
two
happens,
things.
happens.
There's two things. There's two things that Tobin, as good of friends as we are, I know I take a back seat to. Fight press conferences, right? And if Skip Bayless is in town.
That's not fair. That's not fair. I didn't go to see Skip Bayless. I didn't go to see Skip Bayless.
You left me.
I didn't leave you. You were
left
going
me.
golfing.
Okay. All right.
I wasn't going to leave you for Skip Bayless.
Okay.
Now, down the road, did Skip Bayless send me a message because Joy did a very nice thing? Yes. But
hi, Brendan. This is Skip Bayless.
What you don't understand is those were the dark ages as far as my Team Petty watching. I was in a dark place. The Heat, they weren't very good. LeBron was at the Cavs. The only person who was speaking for the Heat on a national level was Skip Bayless, saying that LeBron left him high and dry. I'm not proud of it. It is what it is. We all look back at parts of our life we're not proud of.
LeBron did not leave you high and dry. He just left. That was his option.
Creepy, bro.
It did.
It did.
You know what it sounded like? It sounded like, hey, Brendan, want to get in the car? I have candy. Right? It does. And it's like, don't get in the car with a stranger.
I'll take candy from a stranger.
He has Snickers, though.
Oh, as a kid, I feel like I could be easily tricked.
To catch a predator. It was easy to get Tobin.
Tobin.
Take a break. Back after this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take you guys up until 2. Little all right, don't know. But let's get to 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored here, brought to you by the Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. Dolphins will be back at it on Monday Night Football. The Jets, that lost a tough one yesterday. Patriots, 5 turnovers. Open the door for Aaron Rodgers. You can't give the old man too many chances, Leroy.
Oh.
But they dropped to 1-2. And meanwhile, the Bills are sitting back here willy-nilly. And they're like, look at these idiots in our division. That's what they got going on.
I mean, it happens. It's just unfortunate. It's been the same division, 2 different teams, and none of them are the damn Dolphins. First, you had to run with Tom Brady. Now Josh Allen. Yeah. Where's our run, damn it?
Where's our run, man? Where is our run? Crazy, dude.
I think, and when you think about the run, there's a couple of things that you got to get first, right? All of them have had a reliable quarterback, and all of them have had a pretty reliable offensive line. When you talk about Tom Brady and all the things that he's won, the one thing they talk about is how consistent his offensive line has been, right? So from that standpoint, yeah, you need a quarterback, but I would say by just looking at the league, you need an offensive line more. And the teams that haven't figured that out yet got a quarterback that's either hurt or their quarterback can't win. So do with that what you may. Every team that's had success has started there.
He's right. You can't stop the run, or you can't run the ball.
Done.
You're not gonna win.
Done.
That's pretty much the NFL right now.
I mean, but listen, I'm not around football every day, right? I'm not in the inner makings of the way the league is going and where it's trending. But I do know this. Football is very cyclical. If one team has a player that looks a certain way and they're winning a certain way, the rest of the NFL will mimic that, right? Before, everybody had to have a receiver that looked like Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, Mike Evans. They all had to be big, strapping guys that could go up and get the ball. Now it seems like everybody got speed and got ants, right? So it's cyclical. The one thing that's consistent, regardless of what you want to do with all that other stuff, the teams that run the football, the teams that stop the run are always in the mix at the end of the year. That has never changed. So I don't know how people that are in football every day won't even acknowledge that with how they put a team together.
Do you think, though, that the Dolphins' big issue right now is run? Because it feels really like it's their quarterback. Doesn't look so hard.
It's what I would tell you is we wouldn't be having these questions if you had an offensive line and a defensive line, right? Keep in mind, you started the season off with your defense not forcing a punt in 11 quarters.
The defense has not been good. I'm not sitting here saying the defense.
No, but I'm just saying, look at the overall. If I start with the 2 fundamentals of football and then work it out from there, right? I'm not even including the quarterback. I'm not including the secondary, which we had questions going into the game on this season. If I start this team and I start them with a decent offensive line and a decent defensive line, all those other things fall into place. That is what happened in a lot of these. Hell, one of the reasons why they were so quick to get off Anthony Richardson is because they had a good offensive line and a good defensive line. So it's easier to move on because you can identify whether he can play or not sooner because you know you have a base.
It was strange that he moved up as fast as he did anyway. I know
Of
that
course.
he looks like a superhero. I get it.
The one that, but look, we used to have a saying in football: "Look like Tarzan, play like Jane." Right? Just because you big and got muscles and could bench press and run, don't mean you could play football. In fact, I would lean the opposite way. Some of the big guys with the worst bodies are the ones that ball out. Now,
Gilbert Brown.
This is my whole
Right.
point with Tua. And you want to know when Tua started stinking?
when
When he tried to get his body right.
but at his position is
You want him
different.
portly.
I've been wanting him fat for 3 years. Fat jujitsu Tua was the best Tua.
But you can't move when
You
you're
can't
fat.
move when you're
He
fat.
can move. Some people are sneaky movers when they're chubby.
Tobin.
He ain't sneaky
Have you
mover.
ever seen 3rd and 4s and you're like, he's not gonna make it? Like you just know he's not. gonna
Or when he rolls out to the left, and then instead of getting a play from Mike, he get a couple of puffs on the oxygen mask. Let me hit that, Mike. but look, it's not a secret. Nobody wants to be. What did Dan Campbell say? Every place Dan took over, what is the first thing he say he gonna do?
Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek or 3 toes. I will beat your ass, I believe was his words.
Attitude, offense, defensive line, right? It's not a secret. I can't for the life of me figure out, right? When these two things in the history of football have been consistent. If you have an offense and defensive line, if you can run the football, stop the run, you can win championships, right? And the greatest show on turf, let's be clear, the greatest show on turf won a Super Bowl by stopping the Titans on the 1 yard line. And that final score was what?
If you have one ass cheek and 3 toes, I will beat your ass.
What, 20-16 or something like that?
Yeah.
It was a close game.
Yeah.
So they ain't outrun. Once you get to the go time, once you get to those pivotal times in the season, it's going to be whether you can run the football or stop the run. It's gonna
Although,
be
did you-
offense, defensive line.
Did you see AJ Brown came out yesterday and he said that the Eagles offense is too conservative? And I feel like he's the only guy not having fun with the winning. I feel like every time AJ Brown's just sitting here and he goes, we could have more fun. I mean, we could open it up a little bit, baby. You could
You
chuck
know
me
why
the
that
ball.
is? You know why that is? Let me tell you why. Because the people in Philadelphia and places throughout this country don't care about winning. It's how they win. Right?
But when you say people in
and
Philadelphia,
if-
you mean him, right? Because he's the
No,
only guy in the team.
fans
that
are the
seems like-
same way. The fans were all over Jalen Hurts the first 3 weeks.
I think the fans like the tush push, though, dude. I think like the
But
Philly
I'm just
fans,
saying.
they like,
But I'm just saying. Like Jalen Phillips had to answer questions about why he's not having success. A 3-0 football team, a team that just won a Super Bowl, a team that he was the MVP in the last Super Bowl. He is answering questions every week. What's going on with the passing game?
Well, guess what? The Eagles have reached now they've reached Patriots chief level.
Yeah,
where
but they're winning.
I understand, but okay, they are winning. You're right, but you know what? They were winning 2 years ago, the year after they lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, and they were playing the exact same way. And everybody was saying, all right, it's good that you're winning now. And they won the 10 out of their first 11. And then you know what happened after that? It finally caught up to them.
Yeah, but Jalen Hurts is not. He like
he was
even
on that
after
team.
winning the MVP of the Super Bowl, we still gonna ask Jalen Hurts these questions.
I don't think they should ask him these questions, but
No,
I can
but
see,
hey,
I can see
like wait.
But if the dog,
you say to people, Vlad, he got ring protection. Well, this guy don't. He just won last year and was the MVP.
he's got ring protection. Nobody's
Right.
throwing.
No.
But
I understand,
how
but
crazy
it's
are
really
those
hard
questions?
on it. It's hard. They are very hard on Jalen Hurts for whatever apparent reason, and all the man does is win. That's all he wins. Put it this way: if I was the Miami Dolphin fan, if Tua was getting the criticism Jalen Hurts was getting, you would accept it. You would take it because you know what that means. That means your team is winning. Your team is winning. As long as that's all that matters. We talked about this when we started the show.
I would say though, he's probably the first quarterback in a while on a team that's been this good for this long. That's not the signature of the team. Even like the signature is their physicality. It's their stupid rugby play.
It's the whole team. They got a complete team.
I know, but
that's it.
but we're
That don't matter. That don't matter. That don't matter. No
but AJ Brown's not having fun.
Well, he's a wide receiver. All receivers are
wide
not gonna have
receivers
fun
never
if they
have
don't
fun.
get the ball.
Dude, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's the position. Because and this is the same thing I'm gonna say what I've said about Jalen Hurts. A wide receiver could have 3 catches, right? Their team could win by 20. And some reporter's gonna go in there and say, how you feel about your production? Right? Why are you not getting more? And the answer, I don't know why, can't be we're winning, who cares? They take that, wide receivers take that more personal than any other position because they're trying so hard to say, when I catch a pass, 3 other things have to happen. Them other 3 things ain't happening. Right? The quarterback got to be looking my way. The play has to be designed to go my way. The quarterback has to see what I'm seeing, or I have to not be doubled. Right? So many things where you could eliminate that. And when you eliminate those things and then you get the ball rammed down your throat and you still lose by 20, the first thing they do after the game is run to the damn wide receiver and say, why you only caught 3 balls? So while everybody want to win, let's be clear. I don't think fans look at it as it's all about winning, because I've seen plenty of teams that have won games and won a bunch of games, and fans complain about how they're winning. So I don't know what to say. I tell you what, if I'm a Dolphins fan, I'd rather be 3-0. I don't care how we got there. Right?
I mean, let's not.
But the 3-0 teams are complaining.
We'll take a break, close things out a little. All right. Oh no! After this. everybody? Tobin and Leroy here with you. FM 104.3 WQAM. We'll wrap up this lovely day here with a little all right. Oh no. So we get that football music cooked on up, Vlad. Let me know, and we'll start celebrating the weekend that was. Now we're ready. My all right goes to the two-headed monster of Marty Brown and Mark Fletcher. Two mooses. For what they did to the Gators. Picking up their QB. No bigs, dude. This team, well-rounded, Leroy. This Canes team,
They are
along. Cristobal built himself a hell of a squad, and enjoy the holy hell out of beating rivals anytime. I always like when Cristobal's like, "Yeah, we should do this Florida game at any time, baby." And then we won't see them for a decade.
Yeah,
so that's gonna work. They'll be like, "Nah, no thanks, dude. We're not gonna do that." So that to me is my all right. What a delight. My oh no goes to field goal units.
Oh,
how the kicks get blocked? What the hell's going on here? It was all over the weekend. I will say though, feels like special teams are back. Feels like this year, NFL special teams, we got returns, we got blocked punts. Because they used to say, hey, 3 phases. But nobody really cared about that special team. It felt like it was getting snuffed out.
Right.
And every week there's a big play on special teams. I love it.
Right.
What do you got, Leroy?
I tried to explain to why Zach Sealer was on the field. Nobody wasn't having it. I told them why. They never heard of punt safe. That's a whole nother story. My all right is going to go to my Browns and my Vikings. Vikings won with a backup quarterback. Let me be honest. No idea who he was. I'm going to keep it real, right? I was hoping they could hang on or whatever. They mollywop Cincinnati, right? So, like, great job. And that's a real quarterback whisperer because I don't even know who that was playing quarterback. He was throwing dimes.
He's my favorite head coach.
He's the bum whisperer.
Wait, Eddie looks 12, right?
He really does. No, he's got some boyish looks on him.
And what happened at the end of the Browns game, and I had to take responsibility for this to some extent. When they blocked the field goal, I was like, no, just go into overtime. Because when you scarred, and I understand, then your quarterback go out there, throw a pick, they run down the field goal range, kick a field goal. Right?
Yep.
So the fact that the Browns moved the ball down the field and kicked the field goal, I was like shocked. It was awesome. It was awesome. I literally laughed, smiled, and got up and celebrated because this don't normally happen. And I wanted to enjoy it because, you know.
You got the Goosies?
Yes. Contrary to Dolphins fans who think I don't understand, try being a Cleveland Browns fan. Okay, so stop. I do understand. And my oh no, for every good side of that, there's a bad side. And I'm glad you're here to witness this, Vlad. Them damn Jets. Like, you had the game right there. You had the game.
Oh, no.
You had the game.
No, we didn't.
Why not?
Because they still had the ball. When we scored, they had 1:30 left and 2 timeouts.
Used to be you can't leave time for Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. Now you can't leave time for Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, they had time.
I mean, he's done it. They've done it the first 3 weeks.
Yep.
They do it all the time. So, like, it was right there for them.
I got you.
Vlad, what you're all...
But still.
Yeah, I mean, it was there.
Come on. Because when I say Jets, you think defense. Not now, but that's what the first thing come to mind because their quarterback situation was raggedy.
Yeah. It was a bad loss. It was tough, but it is what it is. My all right. It's got to go to the Canes, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what Miami did this past weekend, just, for game day being there at Coral Gables. Pat McAfee's the biggest Miami Hurricane fan now. See, it seems crazy. Like, all of a sudden, Dana White, Pat McAfee, everybody's loving to you.
Yep.
And then the performance at the crowd that came out at Hard Rock Stadium to bear witness this, this beatdown. They withstood the rain. It was great. So shout out to the youth. Shout out to the Hurricanes fans.
All right. It was a spectacle all weekend, as it should be, right?
It was great.
It was a spectacle.
It was a spectacle.
Yeah.
And you know what? Another all right to the Miami Marlins. Yes, we got to give the Marlins an all right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The Marlins are only 4 games out. Who would have thought the last week of the season you're actually going to watch tomorrow night? You're going to actually watch a Marlins-Phillies game and be excited for it. So shout out to the Marlins. My own now. Russell Wilson.
Oh,
it was bad, man. It was bad. It's bad.
Hard times for him, man.
Oh, it's hard times, Daddy. Hard times. When the fans are booing you when you're going back into the game because they wanted to see Jackson Dart.
After throwing for 450. Let's not forget, it wasn't like it was a year ago. It was 7 days ago.
Not only that, Jackson Dart hadn't even thrown a pass. All he does is run option plays, the run pass option, RPO. He had to throw the ball, and the fans are going crazy for that.
Yep.
But then again, Brian Daboll, why are you calling run plays for Russell Wilson? He can't move now. Like, I don't want to see Russell run.
Damage is done.
Yeah.
A lot of damage has been done. So, yeah, Russell Wilson.
Oh, no.
That's our show for today, everybody. We appreciate you tuning on in. Apologize to the Twitchers for the technical snafu, but it looks like that's all settled, so we should be good there. If you guys missed any of the show, you guys can get the Tobin and Leroy podcast, and we'll talk to you rascals tomorrow.